Oops.
You said, hey, Blue.
Hey, everybody.
We on?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
we're on.
We're on?
We're on.
Hi, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Let us know if you can hear us all right. Just shut the door.
Yeah.
Do your normal born in the barn, born in the barn, born in the barn. Hey, Al.
Hi, Hugo.
You guys can hear us okay? Yep. Okay.
Yosi, I will watch your video after the live. Sorry.
She's a slacker,
I'm a slacker.
if you didn't know.
I was editing a lot today. I didn't get to video watching.
She hasn't really been busy.
Hi, Southern Roots.
She doesn't tell the truth most of the time. You can't believe her. Hey, Gardener Josh.
Hey, Josh. How you doing?
So you guys should be able to see the screen that we have up. Just trying to get everything set up ahead of time for once.
We are going to be talking about just briefly about what's going on, and then we're going to go into what kind of house we want to build. Maybe you guys have some suggestions for us on our new homestead in the future.
Let's see.
Hello, Gil.
Is that Camp Patton?
Camp Patton.
Camp Patton.
That's Gil.
Hello, Gil.
Yeah, we are a little bit early.
Yeah, we're early, but it's okay. So you guys can see the screen. We're still figuring that part out. You can see, should be able to see what we have up.
I'm trying to.
Yeah, that's helpful.
Here we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you just leave it up and.
Hi, Tina Ladybug. Okay, I'll just.
I'm trying to find out what it is.
Hi, Tina Ladybug.
Oops. Underground.
Let's make some mods.
Yeah.
If we remember how to do that.
Yeah, we just click on them. Ooh. Oh.
Gil. Probably Yosi.
Yeah, that's what I was just doing, but I don't know how to do it on this one.
On StreamYard, now that we have StreamYard?
Yeah, so we're just figuring out. Wait, hold on.
I got it, honey.
Oops.
I think. Okay, I added Gil.
Oh, you just do it YouTube?
Yeah, I'll do it here.
I see. So, top of the evening to you folks. We're probably earlier than most, unless you're in the Pacific time zone. But warm in the winter, cool in the summer. Yes, indeed. So, all right, you guys can see the screen. Some interesting, let's see if we just go like this. You can see it. I should be able to see that. Hold on, we got to wait for it to catch up a second.
They can see it anyways, babe.
Huh? But you can't yet.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. It's not showing that.
Doesn't matter if we're in the corner or not.
You're not. It does matter.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to get it so that it makes sense on here. They're seeing this part.
Then you got to put on that one, I think. There you go.
No.
I would do this one though.
Oh, that's okay. So go here. So we're just trying to get this full screen here. Full screen. There we go. How about that? Now we're cooking with gas. So interesting. What's happening here, and what's happening that technical difficulties.
Sorry, we're just learning StreamYard, guys.
Okay, so we're just trying to kind of.
Double click.
No. I'm going, woman. Oops. Trying to go through here and see, but it's not. Okay, so view. Now what are you saying? You should see that in a second. Takes a second for it to show up. There is some delay.
Hello, Mountain Mama.
So let's look here.
There you go.
Oh, hold on. It's just way delayed. Sorry, guys. Okay, so
I think you can start talking about it because it all comes together.
yeah. So sorry, guys. Anyway, the progress here is a little bit delayed when it's coming up for us. So I want to make sure that you're seeing.
Hello, Bruce.
Hey, Bruce. So interestingly enough, as we kind of go through the headlines, this is the Daily Wire, as most of you may know. So it looks like the demon rats are in trouble in Virginia, much to nobody's surprise, probably except them themselves. San Francisco, they're hiring private security on their whole blocks. I think it's like $86 a house per house, so that they can stay safe, since the police really can't respond in a timely fashion. Kind of sad, but it's what happens with the local yokels in the politics. But at any rate, so this is, I don't know if you guys saw this or not. Very interesting that CNN basically tried to mock Nick Sandmann, who was the kid from Kentucky. If you guys aren't familiar with him, Nick Sandmann, and about people being falsely accused. And if you're familiar with that story or not, heirloom, permaculture, and preparedness. I like that. That sounds like it's good stuff. I don't know. Anyway, just the way that this is working doesn't.
You don't like it?
No, I don't like it.
Okay.
Okay. So anyway, it's not working the way I want it to, so we can kind of easily browse through there. But some curious, we have some. Let me put him outside. You don't need to hold him and do all that, because he's just going to be a nuisance. So we're talking about building our homestead in the eastern portion of these great United States, still the great United States, regardless of whom you listen to. But we're talking about building and wanting to build on our land, and we literally have nothing there except some trees and a clearing. I don't know. Have you shown? We've shown pictures of that, certainly. Let's see.
I mean, we have that video, but
yeah. I don't know if we want to do that or not.
No.
Oh, there's nothing identifiable about that.
Yeah.
But it's a matter of some. We can put something up here just to kind of give you an idea what we're looking at. I need to email it to myself. You talk. I'm busy.
So what we've been talking about the last few days is what kind of house we want to build on our land, and basically all of that. And so we're just going through. We've been weighing out the costs and cash rolling it. Hi, Bob. Or getting a loan. We've also been talking about what kind of house we actually want to build. Do we want to build a barndominium, or do we want to build a
ICF.
ICS home?
ICF. India Charlie Foxtrot for you military folk.
That kind of stuff. And we really, I think Chris's dream more than mine, but is to build the ICF home because it seems to be a really good, safe, sturdy home. So
yeah, well, it's pestilence. It's good for pestilence. It's good for weather. It's concrete.
What is ICF?
ICF stands for insulated concrete form. Let me pull up a picture here for you. That I can show you so we can see it. One moment. Okay, let's see here, and we will share. Getting this down. Maybe. So, this is what the ICF blocks look like. So, they'll come up here in a second.
I think you put on Google.
No, just.
Okay, there it is.
Yeah. So, this is, interestingly enough, like right here, this is looks like a basement being poured. So the great thing is that you set these little Legos up, you put some rebar in there, you put vertical and horizontal rebar in there, and then you pour concrete in that void.
Hi, Purple Tea Bear.
And then, voila, you have a concrete wall of varying thicknesses from 4 to 12 inches, really, whatever a person wants, whatever you need. And your energy savings are really nice. Let's see. I like to see so we can still see comments. What about here? You guys still should be able to see that. Okay. Can you see that still? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So, which is really good because it provides great insulation, heating and cooling. Allows for very efficient heating and cooling. You can make a safe room out of that in your house, and voila, you have a storm shelter. So for this reason, I really like this. I think it's a good plan. It's a little bit more expensive, and cost always is an issue. So it's a little more expensive, but it's super quiet. For those of you that don't like a lot of noise, I being one of them.
Hi, Kristen.
So.
Hi, Purple Tea Bear.
Hello, it's Kitchen Shenanigans.
Kitchen Shenanigans.
With Kristen.
Yep. How are you today?
Hello. You are right to be worried. Sorry. Yeah. So again, it's a little bit more expensive. To answer your question, Mountain Mama, is that Mountain Mama? Different
Mountain
person?
Grandma.
Different?
Mountain Mama's, she's not Mountain Mama. She's
okay, just making sure.
Country Mama.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit more expensive. But like in this example, you can see that, this right here is all at concrete, depending on what PSI concrete you need, anywhere from 4,000 to I think 6,000.
That cursor doesn't show.
Her name is Shannon, she said. You're calling her the wrong name.
Shannon. Sorry.
Hello, Shannon. My wife is very sorry.
I am challenged on the name factor.
She is, but she's doing much better than I am. Hello, Shannon. Anyway, welcome. So, concrete, depending on what PSI you need, I think out east way, it's going for $130 a yard. And let's say you need about 40 yards on a, she's not poor. Come on, Bruce. Anyway, it's about $130 a yard out there. Out in the Northwestern Territories, I wanted to say it's about $160 a yard. But as you can see, I don't see how well you can follow my mouse at any rate, but it's easy to set. You can set this on a retaining wall or monolithic slab. You affix the blocks, and this is a window cutout right here where my cursor is.
Where the corner is. They can't see your cursor.
Oh, they can't?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
So where the corner, yeah.
Can't see it?
No.
Oh, okay. So this corner that's closest to us is that's actually a window. It looks like a window opening, but you can do round. You can have radius, all kinds of radius blocks, corners. So it's pretty interesting. And again, it's very strong and pest resistant, hurricane, tornado resistant. We don't need to worry about hurricanes, but oh, Glock and roll. So that's kind of what we're looking at.
Hello,
ICF. We're
Don't
talking
know.
about barn dominium. Let's see. I don't have it on this computer. I don't have it on this computer to show you. Wait, I do. One moment. I can show them the without getting the. I can show you what our barn dominium sketch looks like. One moment. Okay. Let me pull that up for you. Sorry about the delay here. One moment. Gotta see the attachments here. Oh yeah, load. What?
Just, it's a funny face.
Sorry, a little bit slow here. You'll have to forgive me. I'm challenged.
You're just a special man, huh?
I'm special. Here we go. This is what we got. Sorry about that. So back here, stop. We'll show you now what we are looking at. Again, sorry for the slowness. One second, technical difficulties. Just pulled it up. No, I don't want to do that. I need to see. How do I do? Oh, I can show that, I guess. Yeah, I can show that. Okay, here we go. That's what it looks like. It's coming to you in just a moment here.
Here it goes.
That's what the barn dominium tentatively is looking like at the moment. So let's see, how do I get back? There we go. So that's kind of what we're looking at. Which kind of like that. It's kind of a basic sketch. On the what you're looking at is the south side, and Gil's crazy brother. Hey, Gil's crazy brother. Hey, Gil's crazy brother. Are you following that?
Yeah, I'm following that. Gil's pretty, yeah, Camp Patton.
So that's what it looks like. That's the barn dominium. And we're thinking about, this is a 40 by 54 roughly right here. And kind of tossing that around as high as to like a 40 by 80.
Thank you for dropping links. Appreciate that.
I'm lost. Am I lost somewhere?
No.
Bruce says I'm lost.
Why you lost, Chris? Or Bruce?
I don't know. He says I'm lost, so.
So we're, in other words, our talk is between the barn dominium, I guess, what do we want to do? And so those are the two options that we're really looking seriously at. And we're going to see what we can do on the homestead when we get there. The barn dominium is a lot cheaper to start with, just to get in there on the property.
Right.
So, I mean, it all depends on what's going to happen, because we have.
Are you about to let any cats out of any bags?
No.
Oh, okay.
We have your mother that might come with us. Potentially.
Yeah.
And also potentially your son. And so.
Well, that's not so much as potential as real.
Yeah. And so we don't know exactly who we need to accommodate for, and
floor plan.
Yeah, floor plan and all.
We have a basic idea of floor plan. Yeah, the barn dominiums are Kentucky, Tennessee. Oh, YouTube kicked me off. It was one of your friends. Just fix that. Yeah, the barn dominium's really popular. Thanks, Bob. Yeah, I wouldn't have 15-foot ceilings. We'd have to have 18-foot wall height to get, carpenter's self-reliance. Always a good thing. I wish I was a carpenter. That would be more handy at this moment.
Hello, carpenter self-reliance.
So, where was I? Sorry.
I don't know where you were.
I don't know where am I. It remains to be
We were
seen.
talking about the size or the height of
ceilings.
ceilings.
Oh, yeah. Har about the tall ceilings. I've never heard that before. So, just so you guys know, this is my serious face, and just so you know, this is making a joke face, and just so you know, this is really happy face. You see how those faces are all the same face? You got it.
He's kind of got that Bueller thing going on.
Yeah, I got the Ben Stein. I don't like to put any inflection in my voice as it wastes time and energy. So if you wonder if I'm making a joke or not, 95% of the time I am, or higher than that even. I just say everything with the same affect. So, and you can see that in some of our videos. Thank you, Mountain Grandma. My wife loves it as well. So she tells me, but probably she's telling you guys all something a little different. No, you wouldn't do that.
No, I wouldn't talk bad about you.
Of course you wouldn't. You know what's good for you. So, at any rate, the Class A general contractor, eaves be 16 inches. Yeah, out of the kit, the eave. So, already looking at that a little bit. In this particular kit, you could do 12-inch or 24 with the continuous ridge vent, etc., which we would opt for moisture, etc. As far as extrication of moisture. But the hard part we have is kind of we want to do this right. We like the idea of a pole barn. Go to 24. Yeah, maybe better, a little more expensive probably. I think it is. But no, I'm not British, but I am Dutch-ish. I have a little bit of everything.
He's a pinch of Dutch, and I'm Dutch.
Yeah.
Just Dutch.
So together we make like a full Dutch. But at any rate, the thing about the Barndominium is I'm getting, I have to look at one thing here. I'm going to show you. We have kind of one specific spot where we can put this house. And so we have one specific spot for it. So it doesn't make a lot of sense to I'll show you what I'm going to show you, and then perhaps that'll make more sense. Dang it. Huh. One moment. Trying to do something here. Oh, I can't do that. Wait a second. Sorry, guys. At any rate, we are pinch your Dutch.
I'll pinch the Dutch.
So the way we have this set up, the way our property is set up is we kind of have one nice spot, one kind of perfect spot for the house. And it doesn't, we've talked about the idea of making a pole barn / shop, garage / apartment in that. But the reality is we need to get plans done first. And regardless of whether we go with the Barndominium, or a ICF house, in the ICF house, we're just working through those kind of options.
We're learning that corners are expensive.
Yes, corners are expensive. So as much as is possible, we want to simplify the process. And we want to simplify the process. Will you keep your phone up, babe, so I can make sure that I'm not showing anything.
You're showing that?
Yeah, I'll show this right here because there's
I know,
nothing.
but you're showing everything right now.
What? Oh, oops, sorry. One second. I need to get out of that. Stop. Okay, so at any rate, so I need to collapse this. I need to see any of what's, because it can screenshot. That's the crappy thing. Anyway, sorry guys. I'm trying to do this in a way that makes sense. Actually, let's do this. That's what I'm looking for. Okay.
Nice thing about a Tesla.
Yeah. So, one second. Pull up here. This is what I was. Here we go. So that's what we have to work with here. As you can see, basically where the triangle is, the red triangle is just to the north of that is where the house site would be. So that just gives you some kind of idea so that you can take a peek at it. Let's see, I think I can maybe blow this up. No. Okay, so you guys see what we're talking about here. So basically, since you won't be able to see our pointer, I know, I see.
Okay.
Since you won't be able to see our pointer, that whole clearing, that little road that you see, basically from the start of that little road, which if we're oriented to the north, let's just say that is to the north, which it approximately is, from the road that's in the very south of the property there, if you wanted to follow that road all the way up through into that big clearing and all the way to the north where you see it's cleared. How do you describe that? Because I can't point at it and show them.
Well, the top, bottom.
Yeah. Everything that's the clearing basically everything that's from the clearing, that whole clearing, everything all the way over to the left. Not exactly, but it kind of makes almost like an ace of spades of that whole clearing-ish.
And then the tiny clearing to the left also is our land.
Those,
where it goes up the hill.
Yeah, if you drew an imaginary line, it's so hard. So you can't see if I point at all.
No.
So this is all on top of a hill, and so basically it slopes down, top of the bottom left and right of screen as you're looking at it. So it's where it says, where you can see, sorry, I have to squint here, where you see the upper edge where the gray box is on the car navigation. That's the very tip of the property right there. And then follow that down diagonally to the next clearing that you see. And then that road splits the properties. Everything to the left of the road is somebody else's. Everything to the right of the road, all to include Google Map it. You know, we were going to do that, but then apparently there's too much identifying information in there. So I don't know how we can do that. Gil, I think my wife said your name's Gil. Hey,
Yeah.
Gil.
Yeah.
Gray
Men Prepping and Camp Patton Compound. It's both Gil. So he's on both channels.
Oh, okay. So I don't know how to put that up without giving away the whole kit and caboodle. Although, yeah, anyway. So that's the basic lay of it. And dang it, I wish you could point. Some comes through a lot faster on your phone. So, no, there's no, this is at the very top of a hill. So all the across, everything that you see from the pine trees slopes down into a creek. And that's around basically the whole vicinity of the property. So everything.
It's 160 acres.
Yeah. So, but everything you see, that clearing is fairly flat, but as you get off each side of it, it's kind of crowned. Then it goes downhill into some creeks. along basically the whole perimeter of it. And it's all ringed by pine. And then the hardwoods are the kind of the gray, all the grays are basically the hardwoods, and the pines would be green. So anyway, we wanted to share with you guys, so at least you had an idea. Yeah, not only that, you see the entrance in, so you see where the car is, which is the red triangle, right behind that, or the six behind that car basically, is the road in, and that's the only way into the property, and it is surrounded by trees, so it's like a big, huge, giant fence around the whole property, which is quite nice, or the interior of the property, I should say. So it's a big, giant fence, so it's nice that way. So
It'd be nice if it was a real fence, but no.
I can't believe she just said this. A real fence, a real
fence.
fence, a real fence,
A fence?
a fence. The whole property is surrounded
Yeah,
by trees
by trees.
that are 60 feet, 80 feet tall. Well, maybe not 80 feet, but 60, 40 to 80 feet, some of them.
Yeah.
The whole property is surrounded by trees. What kind of better fence would you like to get than that? Should we get concertina
that's not
wire
gonna
and
keep-
electric fence?
It's not going to keep the pigs in that I want to get.
This is true. It's not. It won't keep the animals. Yeah, it's lots of privacy, which will be very nice. Looking forward to that. Yeah, so we're looking at barn dominium or ICF house. Stick built isn't probably in the works.
Yeah.
Unless we do a third option, which would be the cash flow, and we make a little hut, and I sleep in it, and she's on the outer portions.
Not.
Battalion, a pair of poopers.
Mm-hmm.
That's who she's a battalion. She's in the poop troop,
Well,
the poop battalion.
Hedgehog Homestead is in the poop troop, so that means you too.
No, I don't subscribe to such foolishness. Yes, and another thing we're talking about too is our own sawmill.
We have a lot of pines that need to be thinned.
Yeah.
And so we're like, why can't we use that as some of our wood for our property?
Yeah, and we have so much wood to clear. There's a lot that's down through the creek beds that we need to police up, make wood chips for permaculture, which we'll be happy about that too. So there's a lot of work to be done there. That's for sure. No helicopter pad. I was thinking about an airstrip, but I need to get my plane first, whenever that may be. Sooner rather than later, hopefully, but could be quite a while for that, unfortunately. So, yeah. So ICF house, we're still going to need a shop. So the barn dominium. So, yeah, pooper by marriage, yes. Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. We have an emergency to deal with. So Laura will be back, presumably, because you don't want to talk to just me. Yeah, basically at the southern end, if we look at the southern end, let's see here. Let me pull it back up. Let's see if I can. The southern end, yeah. One moment. So at the southern end, basically you'd have to cut, it's coming up, you'd have to cut those trees down. But from the very northern edge, all the way down to the south, we could cut trees basically below the diamond there, and that would require, I mean, we could do that. But the problem is our house would be like right in the center of that, and it does kind of slope off each side. Um, yeah, we're definitely going to need to get a tractor. I have my private pilots on I have my student's license, so I'm still working on getting my private, still working on finalizing the process of my private pilot's license. So that's kind of a little bit in a holding pattern. Haha, haha. You get that holding pattern when you fly? You get in a holding pattern. Anyway, so in a holding pattern for that. So until we dust off pilot, yeah. I don't know what I'll be dusting off. I'm not going to do any medevac missions, but yeah. So hopefully sooner rather than later. But since I've already, I have this running joke that basically says this. When we lived in the crop, I call it the Communist Republic of Oregon. The crop. No, that's the crap. The Communist Republic Anti-Fascist of Portland, in the crap zone. When we lived down in the crap zone, Laura says, well, I want a house. So I got her a house. And then, oh, she's back. I can't talk about this anymore. She says, I want a house. So I got her a house. And then she says, oh, well, I want this fancy car. So I got her this fancy car that you can see that's on the screen. I love that car, by the way. I still mourn its passing. Yeah, I know she's back. I still mourn the passing of this vehicle. I'm pretty sad and busted up about the whole thing.
I love how you bought it for me, but you're mourning the passing of the vehicle.
Right. I bought it for her though. I bought her. Then after that, she needed to have a truck, and so I bought her a truck. And then after that, let's see what else. Oh yeah, then she needed to have property, so I bought her that too. Then now she needs a new house on a property, so I'll have to buy her that too. So, one of these days I'll be able to get my if I could speak, I'll be able to get my private pilot's license and fly my privates around with my license. And, then finally I'll be able to do something. Yes, we would enjoy that, Bruce. So we'll see. But yeah, so, and if you guys believe all that shoveling I'm doing, then you better get some taller boots. But it is mostly true, I will say. Well, it's all true, actually, but just the characterization of whose is whose and how all of this works is perhaps different, depending on whom you ask. For me, that's gospel truth. Ah, see, Mountain Grandma, see, you understand perfectly. I love you.
Maybe her husband.
What? Or, well, whomever is behind Mountain Grandma, I stand behind you. Or you, whatever, So, yes. My day job. Well, I've done a couple things. What I currently do is Tammy. Hello, Tammy. What I currently do is I work as an accountant. Close. But, I was in the Army, which I don't really count that because that was an absolutely miserable experience. So, I mean, I count it, but I don't know what to say even. I will no longer work for that corporation, and I find it distasteful, to say the least. We'll leave it at that. I would sooner gnaw off each of my toenails, and even though I can't, I'm not flexible enough to do that. Yes, indeed. Back in the day, it wasn't. The Navy had those big slogans back in my day. This might give away my age slightly. I am 29, but it says it's not just a job; it's an adventure. But for me, it was the opposite. It wasn't an adventure; it was just a job. But I guess I'm very pragmatic, so
Yeah.
there wasn't a lot of. Oh, she was Army and she's an accountant too. Well, she's got some smarts about her about the one, and the other one is questionable. Again, joking. That's joking voice.
I'm sure they can tell. I think they'll get it someday. There is a little change in your inflection, just a little.
Okay, well, against my better judgment, apparently I'm giving away slightly when I am kidding. So, Staff Sergeant, well, bless her. Yeah, I was fat, so I made the grand rank of E4, and I stayed there for like 5 years of my 6 years. So, but again, like I said, I wasn't cut out for that type of work because I like to think for myself, and don't like others to do the thinking for me. DS. Was it DS? What? Oh, drill sergeant? Okay. Anyway, so where were we?
Do you want to invite people up, or what do you want to do?
Let's. Where is construction? Construction. What's the name?
I don't think they're in here anymore. I haven't seen them.
Oh, I think he left.
Yeah.
So what say you, good folks? Well, without getting into the Spec 4 mob, no, I wasn't in any kind of mob, except I was in the Fat Boy mob. So, I was a ne'er-do-well. But let's see. So, interestingly enough, I might be slightly bored perhaps in my daily endeavors at work. And so I do a lot of research and current events and whatnot. And interestingly enough, you guys have probably seen it, but let's go, Brandon. Oh, yeah.
No, they've all seen that.
I know that. Everybody knows about Let's Go Braden. Let's Go Braden and Let's Go Brandon.
It depends on what party you're with.
But Let's Go Brandon.
Okay. Gotcha.
Anyway, Let's Go Brandon. You're still fat. I got you. Yossi. Yozi. Anyway, interestingly enough about the toilet paper president and Let's Go Brandon. He wants to give illegal immigrants $455,000 that Let's Go Brandon. He wants to give each of the illegal immigrants that were separated from their parents, which is a horrible situation, I do agree, $455,000, and it would add up to like $1 billion. And nothing like incentivizing people to come here and break our laws, like giving them $455,000 of our hard-earned money.
Yeah.
if we think that the floodgate at the southern border is bad now, just wait till all of that comes through.
Terry.
What?
Terry.
So what?
She's still saying, let's go, Brandon.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to follow your joke here, Bruce. I'm a little bit slow today. If I was a castle, I would have been a hero. Could you stand up and have the boot? Yeah, he is absolutely nuts. Hey, Ginger Ninja.
Hey, Ginger.
Howdy from Southern Oregon. Well,
hello, Courtney.
a fellow, well, I'm not an Oregonian, can't claim that, but I can claim that I'm in the Northwest Territories in the crap zone, Communist Republic Anti-Fascist of Portland. So, welcome to the crap zone. As opposed to the danger zone, but danger zone, that was a fun thing. Tom Cruise.
It's a beautiful one, though. As long as you stay away from the...
as long as you don't go outside of our door, it is amazing here. We have a wonderful place, and it's beautiful, and we love it. But
you just got to stay away from the...
You got to close your eyes and drive
condominiums.
You got to close your eyes, get in your car, and drive, and it is the most beautiful scenery that you have ever laid eyes on anywhere. You know, the area itself is very beautiful, but I had an accounting professor that said this. It was very funny. He says the definition of politics, poly meaning many, and ticks meaning blood-sucking insects, and I think that is quite fitting and apropos. So, but yes, let's go, Brandon. And it is amazing. I love what Elon Musk said. Elon Musk says that pretty soon they'll run out of our money, and then they'll be coming after yours. That's not the exact quote. Let me see. That's not the exact quote. But when they run out of your money, when they run out of our money, they'll come for yours. Also, Elon Musk, in other news, is going to start up the how is it called?
Oh.
Hold on, I don't want to spoil this one. One moment.
We were talking about it yesterday.
Yeah.
On our car ride to the Mount Hood.
Elon Musk.
We had a date.
Elon Musk wants to start a new college in Texas. The Technical Institute of Technology and Science. That's what it is. The Texas Institute of Technology and Science. And that comes off as only Elon Musk could, which I very much appreciate. Which the acronym, and he says with a smiley face, it would be some, great merch, or some great merch, because if you do that would be TITS. Elon Musk wants to start a university with the acronym of TITS.
Hello, finding happiness in all you do.
So which we thought was quite funny. Well, I did. I don't know about her.
It was hilarious.
Hilarious, yes. Hilarious.
I want to go to a school named TITS.
You want to go to the school of TITS? She's already a member. Anyway, sorry. Anyway, Elon Musk, gotta love him. Interestingly enough, speaking of Elon Musk, worth almost $300 billion, they suspect that he may be the first trillionaire. He's a third of the way there. Quite interesting. But also, in very serious news, I don't know if you guys know about, they're doing the launch with the 4 civilians. It's supposed to raise $200 million for St. Jude's, which is a great charity. So
They already did that, didn't they?
no, I thought that they did. I thought they did.
When
No, I thought they did.
what's his name went up, they did.
When what's his name and who?
Captain Kirk.
You're talking about Jeff Bezos the clown and Blue Origin. William Shatner has nothing to do with SpaceX.
Oh, okay.
Bill Shatner, nothing to do with SpaceX.
Okay.
Now you're straight.
Am I?
No. Anyway. So, way to go, SpaceX, and raising money for St. Jude's. $200 million. Amazing. So that's good news. Biden, not a word. And apparently, the Red Devil, the spokesperson for Biden, she says a reporter was asking her about is Biden and the Pope going to talk about is abortion murder? And apparently she shut that question down. I didn't think she liked it much, probably.
Probably not.
But kind of interesting. So, I mean, Let's Go Brandon. There's 4 Brandon songs out right now. Interestingly enough. Huh. Okay, so here's interesting. Here, I'll put this up in a second. It's very interesting. CNN Stelter mocks DeSantis, Ron DeSantis, the next president of the United States. Let's go, Ron. For saying the media lies. Nick Sandmann uses one word, that was his name, the kid from Covington, Kentucky, to crush him. And he says, howdy. In other words, Brian Stelter, the buffoon that he is going to, claim, I'll show it with you guys just so you can see it. Let's see, sorry, one moment.
Al means jocularity.
Jocularity?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
So interestingly enough, here's the headline coming your way in a moment, I think. Yep, coming your way in a second. Here we go. So, the narrative was that these poor kids, these kids were out to massacre themselves in Indian and whatnot. Well, everybody knows that the story was completely false. CNN ends up paying him, I don't know, it was something like $250 million.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very interesting. It's very interesting, though, that Brian Stelter is mocking Ron DeSantis, which Ron DeSantis is pretty practical fellow.
That's right, Ginger.
He's doing a good job. And he mocks Ron DeSantis for saying the media lies. Well, the only thing you have to do is look for none other than Don Lemon and Chris Cuomo, the bosom buddies, to know about lying in the media and CNN. But anyway, it's funny. He's saying this, and then Nick Sandmann, he comes in. It will show it. It'll move, I think. 1 second, sorry. He comes in and texts howdy. Yeah, okay, here it comes. So you can see the piece, because they absolutely smeared this kid and made him into some horrible monster. And when in fact, Higgy Homestead. Hi, Higgy Homestead.
It's CB.
What? CB.
Yeah, that's what we call it.
Okay. So, they absolutely skewered this kid. And it is amazing, Anywho, just some interesting things going out in the universe. Some interesting things and definitely some interesting times that we live in. Let's see here. Sorry.
It's running
So-
a lot slower than the
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we the old computer machine here isn't keeping up.
It might be because they have it set slower
What's that?
in here.
In the settings?
Yeah. Mhm. In the StreamYard settings, it's set slower.
Broadcast quality, camera, audio, green screen. Oh, we can do that. Guess. Oh, here we go. Guess must authenticate. What does that mean? Ah, yes, we do want that. Guests must authenticate. Authenticate yourselves. So, interestingly enough, just a few little bits. I know, I already clicked on that. You hands off. Hands off. So interesting. At any rate, what do you have to say, dear little one?
I don't have anything to say about that.
You don't?
No.
She's got nothing to say. How about this one? Try this one on for size. I want one. Well, I won't make a joke, but the favorite buffoon. Laura is getting in trouble again. You know, she enjoys and needs discipline. You know what I mean? You know, you can read into that what you may. But see, she's getting red even.
TMI, baby.
I was just kidding. Don't tell him about everything. Anyway, interestingly enough, you know, the what do you call her? The assistant, the film. It's not showing for some reason.
The gun part?
Yeah. So Alec Baldwin goes and shoots somebody and kills her. And Dennis Prager put out a great article about this, the fact that we all know that it probably wasn't intentional, but that someone should in fact pay for this woman's life because, yes, it was an accident, presumably. We don't know. I wouldn't say that it wasn't, but we don't know. And he did make a great point about that someone should pay for this woman's life. And I will guarantee you, let's go, Brandon. I mean, I would guarantee you that if this was you or I, there would be no question that we would be paying for this, literally, figuratively, in every form and fashion.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's our guy.
So we would be paying for that. And the interesting thing is that someone should pay for that. But will somebody pay for this poor woman's life? I don't know. I hope so. They investigate and they find, but regardless, this poor woman has died as a result of a quote unquote workplace accident. And I was looking for the article, sorry, so I could bring it up on the screen for you guys. But somebody should pay because this woman's life was forfeited and it shouldn't be for nothing. Andrew Cuomo, charged with sex crime in New York. Again, if that was me or you, that would have happened a long time ago, and we wouldn't get to choose when we reported or if it was, brought into the, brought to trial. Are you taking care of that?
Yeah, Gray Man's on it and
Okay.
Bruce is on it too.
Good. So, interestingly enough here,
I'll let you guys deal with it. Thank you guys.
So coming up, one moment. In other news, Larry Lightfoot, as seen here, apparently was booed off the stage. But see, that's the thing, is none of our stuff has been loading. See, we don't see anything. Oh, here we go. Yeah, sure we do.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, useful idiot. That's always a good way to look at it. A tool, and not a sharp tool, as we say. But good old Larry Lightfoot here, as seen here, the mayor of Chicago. There's a gang shootout, and Homestead Aquarius.
Hi, Robert.
Hello. Larry Lightfoot is seen here. There's a shootout, and good old Kim Harris, I believe is her name, is the AG of Chicago. There's a gang-style shootout, and she's like, yeah, I'm not going to be prosecuting any of those people. They're just doing what they do. And Larry, much to her chagrin, says, why aren't you prosecuting them? It's kind of an interesting matter, really. Whoops. Sorry. So, just a little bit of the what's in the news. Yes, darling?
You want to invite some friends up? We
Just
have to
a moment.
have them email us
Okay.
because of this.
And so why don't you hold on one moment. I do. Sorry, guys. I would be remiss if I didn't share this with you. This is. I guess this is one of the things that is quite interesting here. This is really interesting. It's coming up on your screen. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this gal. I use that term loosely. It's very interesting, though, that this whole.
This is how it looks to them. So.
No, I know. I can see it. It's interesting because, we talk about, I've said on here many times that if it's about division, it's usually hate is kind of right behind it. And it's really interesting that this gal says, we got to take these MFers out. Rages against white people. Now, if that were you or me, and we were, espousing such things as these, we would be racist. We would be all kinds of horrible things. We would be we would be KKK members. We would be Nazis. We would be.
Have a good day, Mountain Grandma.
See you, Mountain Grandma. It was nice chatting. Please come again. Stay when you can't. Come when you can't stay so long. Anyway, if this was.
Bruce already got him, or somebody already got him.
If this was if we were saying these kind of things, this would be front page news. You would lose your job. You would be doxxed. You would be, all kinds of horrible things would happen as a result of.
Tread lightly, please.
What? We would be in a lot of trouble if this was us. And that's all I have to say really about that. Anyway, interesting. So I just okay, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I agree, Ginger Ninja. It doesn't work.
Yeah, just let them handle it.
Oh,
Gray Man's on it in backwoods.
okay, so
I appreciate you guys.
hello, Wide family. How are
That's
you?
Courtney.
I know who Courtney is and who Wides are and Wide's Courtney and oh, I understand, Bruce. I just was anyway. So hold on one second.
What are you doing, maybe?
Where's Courtney at?
There she is on the bottom.
Whoops. Hi, Courtney.
It jumped on you.
Oh. Let's see. 1 second. Sorry, guys. Just a moment here. How do we? You can text her.
I can't. We have to do it from here.
Well,
Courtney, Chris wants to invite you up.
Oops. So, no, we can't put the link in there. That's the problem.
Well, you can put the email address in there. Put your email address in there.
Sure.
Oh.
No, I can't. Hello, Queen.
That's Harvey.
Harvey?
Harvey is Queen. He's got several accounts.
Oh, hey. Yeah, I know, Bruce. That's what we're trying to figure it out. Oh, send it on Facebook, she's saying.
Yeah.
One moment.
How can you attach the link to it from there, though?
Well, I can just write it out.
Okay.
Message. 1 second. But now how do I get that? We're supposed to take that out. Courtney, having problems here.
I have her on.
So.
This is actually Courtney right here.
Okay, but.
So you could just put it right in there.
Wait, we say invite. So keep speaking to our guests.
So Courtney, he's sending you the link, and you can send it to Bruce or
Just go
Gray
start
Man.
there.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Gordon
We have to-
Scamsey.
You got it, huh?
I don't know what to say. So he's working on the link. That's what Chris is doing. Just a moment, guys. Talks amongst yourself for a second.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Oh, they will.
Oh,
They can talk to each other, right?
yeah, you can talk.
Yeah, but it's hard, folks, coming up with things to say all the time.
You always have lots to say. What is the problem?
We can. Did you see what she was saying? We can change it to subscribers only.
Whoops. I did do that. I went into settings and guess, and that's screen, general. So I don't see. Sorry, 1 second. Okay. Just start rambling on. Okay.
The link didn't work.
Okay, 1 second.
You'd have to sign into my. Can you send me your email address and we'll just send you an email?
Yeah.
Court.
Or we can do it in Messenger. Hold on. One moment. I'll just do this. I don't know what it is.
Oh, we know mine.
Oh, you changed it too.
I didn't change it yet.
Oh. Oh. One moment. Let me see. Yeah, but this. Okay. No.
Oh.
Gil.
That's Gil's. You could send him the link.
Dang it.
And then I'll get you.
Sorry, guys. 1 second. Technical difficulties.
We've never done it this way, so.
Okay, here it is right here. So. Almost there. Let's go to recordings. One moment. Sorry, guys. Okay, on the way. Okay. Let's see, I got it.
Hi, King Poobah. Dustin.
Hello. Let's see. Forget how to get this. Sent the links. So let's
She says
see.
she's here. It hasn't shown up yet. Hold on, Courtney.
It's trying to. Oh, there we go. Hey.
Hey, sorry.
Hello.
I'm in my onesie, so
Oh, nice.
hope you don't care.
Does it have feet too?
No.
Well, that's not a real onesie then.
Well, it has, the flap and everything. So,
Does it have feet too?
no.
Hello. It's not.
Hey guys.
There you go.
I think we're gonna have a class with Bruce on security and stuff in your chats, and I think that's gonna be super important to learn some stuff. So it's gonna be members only.
Okay.
So we can get these MFers out of our stream because I'm
Yeah.
tired. I'm getting tired of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I was looking at when I was looking on there. So when you go into, you go back into your channel and it says manage content. You go to that, takes you into YouTube Studio, and then you just click on. You have to click on live because you're doing live, so it's not a upload. It's a live, and you bring this video. You click on the pencil icon, so you can edit with the content of it. Your stuff. And once that opens up, on the left-hand side, there'll be two customized, one down below for the channel, and the one up above is for the video. You click on that, and then you click subscribers only, custom. For the time frame, must be subscriber to comment, and you change it 1 day. That way, he can't comment on that video anymore.
Okay. So hold on, we got to get to that because we're in StreamYard right now. So
yeah, it's almost, if you have two computers, you can do the other computer.
I have two chats running. I have the YouTube chat and the StreamYard chat. You really cannot do anything in the StreamYard chat. You can't log, you can't do anything. You have to do everything from StreamYard or from YouTube.
And you only have one monitor, don't you?
No, I mean, I have just with this. No, leave it alone.
Well, you have to use a computer to do what it's
saying. I get it. Don't worry about it right this second. No, I have two monitors. This is just a little, 2-in-1. But I have two monitors, plus I have a Mac sitting right here. But the point
on any of them, just go on, like on the Mac, if you want to do it separately, or it can go into your YouTube channel. Bring it up when it brings it up at the home page. There's an analytics and manage content on the right hand side. Red squares. You click on the manage content. That takes you into the content that's on your YouTube channel.
We got to get there first. Hold on.
1 second.
I forgot about till we'd been battling this guy on my live stream yesterday. And I remember, I can set it to comment limits. It looks like he may have backed out. We may have gotten all his channels.
Okay, yeah.
He's got more than he's shown, but
yeah.
Yeah,
that is Robert, and he's over in Seattle. Yeah, they're narrowing in on him right now.
Oh, Robert in Seattle, huh?
Real gem.
I'm glad you found his name, Gil. You and your team over there at Homeland.
So here we go. Hold on. So
over there at
okay.
Homeland.
And
So here we go. Hold on. So
Daryl,
okay. All right. So we have some. I'm on the YouTube on our channel. Hold on a second.
And you've gone into content.
One moment here.
Hey,
So-
Thorhaven.
We go into
The channel.
okay.
Do you want to go into
Your YouTube studio, right?
Right.
Okay. 1 second. Okay. Now dashboard.
No, not dashboard.
Channel analytics is right here. Right.
You want to go you want to go to content.
Okay.
Dashboard should be above content on the left.
Okay. Yep. Got you. It's going.
Okay. Now you're in content
Yep.
and it shows all your videos. But if you notice right above the videos, it says on the left, it says uploaded. I froze for a second. On the right, it says live. Click live.
Okay.
right there?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Now the top one is the one you're live with right now, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Now, just to the right of the icon of the thumbnail, if you put the cursor over there, you'll see a pencil appear to edit. Click
Yep.
that.
Got it.
Okay. Now, almost directly to the left in that left column, you should say customize.
Yep. Got it.
All right. You click on that, and then it
Subscribers.
says, click subscribers, and then
Uh-huh.
you can set the time. Set the custom time. Click on custom.
Yep.
And then you can then click days, and then you can then you can set it from 1 day to 30 days or whatever. That they have to be subscribers before they can comment. Well, this guy's here is not hasn't subscribed to you, so
Yeah.
that way that stops him from just jumping in and subscribing for a little bit, making stuff, and then unsubscribing later. He has to be there for a while.
Yeah, it says subscribers. It says any duration, 1 minute, 5, 10, 20, or custom.
Yeah, click custom.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
And then you can see now you can see how you got days, weeks, months, whatever over on the side there. Go on.
Yeah.
Yeah, click days.
Yep.
And you can set it for 1 day, 5 days, whatever. It only works while this video is being commented on.
Oh, okay. So does that mean when it plays back, they can still comment on it, or they can't?
They
Is that
can't. If you set it for 1 day or so, they're not going to comment. And the trolls don't go back on recorded ones usually to make comments because once you're no longer live, there's only like 4 or 5 people that'll come in and watch the replay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so there we go. So that's set now.
Yeah, so he will not be able to, anyone who hasn't been a subscriber for more than 1 day can't make comments.
You gotta be really careful with that too, because with me and my channel, I know when I'm getting a group of spammers, because what will happen is all of a sudden I'll get 10 subscribers.
Yeah.
And then the next day they'll all be gone.
Exactly.
It's so annoying.
Yeah, and that's why like I'm gonna on my lives, I'm just gonna set it up, and I got that little banner I made for mine that plays across the bottom saying, "Due to trolls, you have to be a member of the channel for must be a subscriber for more than 24 hours."
Can you do a banner if you don't have have bought into StreamYard? Is that part of the free program? Because we're on the free program.
Yeah, on StreamYard there on the right hand side, you have one of the things that says banners on it. You can type up a banner and you can set it to scroll across the bottom. So it's one of the things we do.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. I mean, it's.
Yeah, this guy's such a loser and stuff. He's got no life, and so this is the only way he can get his thrills and feel all fuzzy and warm all over, is to try to put other people down and cause them trouble.
That's what you call an oxygen thief.
We know it's not you, Bob.
So, oxygen thief. nothing better to do with their time than
Yeah.
try to harass other people or
Yeah.
elicit some kind of reaction because they have a pathetic existence.
Exactly.
So
And yeah, he's trying to build himself up by putting other people down.
Bob is in here. I was talking to him. I thought my husband came in here. Guess not. Must have been my dog. Is it Bob is
Nope.
in here saying,
no, he's there.
"No, it's not me." Poor Bob.
Just because he's from Washington. Yeah,
We love
Bob,
you.
I'm sure
We love you, Bob.
you're not a waste of air.
So you guys were able to get rid of him then, I see.
Yeah. I think they timed out or blocked most of his stuff. And now
Yeah.
that you've done that, he can't do anything else to this live stream. Your next live stream, you may at the very beginning before you actually go live, when you schedule it earlier, you can schedule it on StreamYard. Then you go back and do exactly what you did just now, and you can set it for 20 minutes. You can set it for 4 hours. You can pick your time frame.
Yeah.
Poor Bob. It's not me.
That's good. You guys have any pertinent bits of wisdom in building or the homesteading process when it comes to building and or this whole conundrum that is a paradox wrapped around a riddle, wrapped around an enigma, buried in a
Well,
Twinkie?
I'm just okay. Okay, I just had a pop up from Pennsylvania Prepper.
You what?
I guess I'm still getting messages from other channels, that I follow and stuff, and she just was replying to me. So I got a little pop up from Pennsylvania Prepper here about a comment I made on her channel.
No.
So I'm just save that for later. And
I don't know if Courtney was here when we were talking.
I helped my brother build a house.
Yeah.
I helped him remodel a house. I helped my sister remodel a house. I've remodeled my house in California. I started remodeling the one across the street here. But if you're building from scratch, if you're going to put in a basement, my recommendation is basement. You're going to have a slab floor, but from that slab floor to the bottom floor joist above it, 12 feet. That's a lot. Here's why. There's a reason behind it. Because then you put in a fake floor in the bottom that gives you a crawl space underneath to do any work you need to do. If you want to put in, if you wind up want to have a toilet in the basement and other plumbing to go out, if you raise that floor up, that gives you working room. And trust me, I've crawled through crawl spaces that when I first got married, I weighed 150 pounds and wore size 29 jeans. I was
a lot of years ago.
That was 34 years ago. I was a pencil, and I crawled through spaces like this trying to replumb my house in California.
Oh,
I was able to do it, but I can't even get halfway back there now. Now I got a 38-inch waist and a belly that laps over the belt, another 4 inches. But crawl spaces, even in a basement, I've helped a couple of people do it, and they came back a couple of years later. Thank goodness you told us to do that. We had a problem. We get in there and we could fix it, and we didn't have to jackhammer out the floor.
Well, that would be like I was going to say, you got a creeper behind you.
That's her husband.
That's my husband. He's a creeper.
I got my creeper down here on the floor, but hey, it is Halloween tomorrow, so I can show my creeper. Get your husband there all excited. There's my creeper.
I took my son trick-or-treating, and really, it was the first year where he actually kind of could figure out what was really going on, because we took him last year and the year before, but it's it was also he's so young that it didn't really matter. But this year he reached into people's baskets and took the candy. It was so stinking cute.
Oh.
I'll send you a picture. He was a robot.
Oh, cute.
How old is he?
He'll be 3 in a couple weeks.
Be 3 in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Condolences.
My grandson turned 5 today. The other one turns 3 next month, the day after Thanksgiving. But yeah, when you're building a house, I mean, one of the things I've learned here in Idaho, I don't know why they like having that much eaves.
Yeah.
And it's like, so all the snow comes off, hits the ground, piles up against the side of the house. As it melts, it gets into the siding and stuff and causes problems. You know, I saw one house finally go and put out a 24-inch eave. And
Wow.
then they poured a 36-inch walkway around their house with a 1-inch slope on it. They've had no problems because they can run their snowblower right on around that, blow all the snow away, and they're done.
Mm.
But eaves,
Hi, Thorhaven.
I love eaves.
We love Thorhaven.
Is that supposed to be demon rat or demo rat?
Demo rat. So no, not demo rat.
It says demo rat.
I know.
Yeah, she quick type should be demon rat.
Right. Everybody knows that. But I mean, seriously, off topic of house, but the point is term limits and let's go Brandon. Because without term limits, we're going to have the same filth, regardless if it's a donkey or an elephant or some other unknown animal, whatever animal it feels like calling itself today.
Yeah, right now it's a snake.
Oh, it's a snake? Oh, well, yeah, that's fitting. But, you know, our claim to fame is now that we can
Courtney's a snake.
put an X,
Just kidding, Courtney.
that we can put an X on a
I know what you meant.
passport.
Yeah.
Can you imagine somebody going into a foreign country and they're like, well, I don't know what this is. It says it's supposed to be a female or it's not. It's not a female nor a male, so I don't know what it is. Let's deny entry. I mean, talk about dumb.
Mhm.
Put the DU in dumb.
Yeah.
So,
Or the D and Democrat.
If I could go back in time, I would go back to the Continental Congress when they're doing the Constitution. Say, oh, you need to put in their term limits: 2 terms for senators, 3
yeah.
terms for president, and 6 terms for representatives. That gives them a max, all of them, 12 years max.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What
And
about
also
about
put in the
lowering-
Constitution, no pay, period.
yeah. Or lowering the age of the president before he becomes before he's allowed to be
Put
in
a
office?
maximum age on it. Yeah.
Yeah, or just lowering the age. Let's get somebody young and new in there.
Yeah.
Maybe
Well-
somebody,
Well,
you
see,
know.
they wanted him because they didn't want someone who was young and dumb in there.
Yeah,
They wanted
but-
somebody with a little bit of life experiences.
What isn't the age? What is the age now? 40?
40.
35,
Is
Oh,
it
is it?
35 or is it 40?
35, or 36. It's not 40. It's younger than 40.
Hmm.
Okay. At any rate, the point is that without term limits, you know, it's the whole system sunk. The whole system is inoperable because you have people that are self-serving and they write laws for themselves.
Yeah.
And all you have to do is look no further than the Chinese vaccine mandate that Congress and the Senate aren't mandated to have it, nor is the judicial branch, but the rest of us are supposed to have it. Regardless how you feel about it, it's everybody's choice if they wish to do that. It should be.
Technically, there has been no mandate by the federal government for anyone to do it. There was a press release saying they were going to do it, but they haven't done anything. That was smoke and mirrors. They put the press release out so they could threaten corporations to do it because the federal government can't do it. There are so many lawyers just waiting for it to jump on it, and they were besieged by information on it. The exact wording of the legal document says for the mandate, and there is no legal document. They're still thinking about it.
Oh.
It's smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, well, and it's working very well because it's it's spread like wildfire, and again, it should be a person's choice. I mean, I like Charles Barkley. I think he's for an athlete, he speaks his mind and he has a lot of good things to say. But when it comes to this, he's an absolute idiot. He says that you don't get vaccinated for you get vaccinated for other people.
Can we use other words for that?
What? Sure. You don't.
You don't get jabbed.
Okay.
Jabbed.
You don't get jabbed for other people. You get jabbed for other people, not for yourself, which makes no sense, of course.
Right.
But again, it's one of these things. It's rules for thee and not for me. And with that kind of society, that's the difficult part.
And what a lot of people don't realize, that if anything is passed with the word mandate in it,
uh-huh.
the legal definition of a mandate is that a procedure put in place that is encouraged, but compliance is only voluntary. So they say, we're mandating this, you got to do it. So, no, you're mandating it. It's our choice whether we want to do it or not. And there's no penalties for not doing it. Let's say if they put the word mandate in there, that automatically goes into place. So if they pass a law about it, it's not going to have the word mandate in it.
Well, right.
It'll get by the lawyers.
Right. But I mean, we can see with this Let's Go Brandon administration that they are doing lots of things that are outside of the scope and the bounds of what laws are, and then they're waiting for the court systems to catch back up.
Yeah, and part of what they're doing is they're doing it under, this is an emergency act. It's an emergency measure. And the problem is people don't realize that if they can make illegal laws through emergency measures, they will always create froze again.
Sorry,
they'll always keep emergencies for them so they can get stuff passed.
The Viper was calling me. The Viper.
The Viper. How's the Viper doing?
He's doing good. He was reprogramming that. He didn't get on a live last night because he was reprogramming his wife's remote to her car.
Oh, okay.
And he messed up or something and it wouldn't start. So then today he had to pay a lot of money to get it working again. I felt so bad for him.
He's another member of the poop troop and he's moving to Tennessee as well. So.
I felt bad.
Yeah. He helps Courtney out a lot with the technical stuff on her channel.
I see.
So.
Yeah.
Very funny, King Poopa. I don't care about mandates because I don't date men.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah. Yossi, I had to think for a second. To get it right, I had to really concentrate for some reason. It's a tongue brain twister.
Oh, okay. Homestead Aquarius heard that they're putting that phrase about going somewhere, the 3-word phrase into the censor stuff now for YouTube.
Oh,
so, yeah.
So you don't want to say that.
Which was interesting because I just saw a news article there where a rapper got censored because he was doing a song called that.
Yeah.
And they censored him, said, you can't say that. And then, his response was, well, gee, I guess free speech is only for one party.
Right.
Well, absolutely it is. I mean, I absolutely hate, abhor, detest, cannot stand. I could go on.
Speak your mind, honey. Just speak your mind.
This idea that we can't speak freely, that somehow if something is said, it's misinformation.
See you later, Thorhaven.
And that's a way to marginalize people. It's a way to shut people down. It's a way to keep them quiet. But this platform in specific, I absolutely detest because of what they're doing. Mm-hmm. And it's my wife's fault I'm here, to be honest. But, here I am.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Yeah, no, it's just the thing is, like I said, if I could go back in time, I would go to the writers of the Constitution and say, hey, this is a problem you got to put in, and you got to be more clear on the Second Amendment.
Yeah.
Any limitations by federal, state, city, county, whatever.
Well, they've made so many inroads in that. Look at Washington D.C. Look at New York City. They've made so many inroads with the restrictions. A high capacity magazine. That's kind of nonsense. It's very interesting though, because just that fact right there, that they have absolutely infringed on the rights. But it's only, again, it's the will of the people to actually, enforce that.
Yeah. Well, the whole word assault rifle just irritates me in general. Anytime I hear it in a news article or anything like that, I'm just like, what the heck is wrong with these people?
Yeah. And
They're
what's so funny is they were
uneducated and they preach about stuff they have no idea what they're talking about, and they create this fear in people, and it's an unnecessary fear.
It is, because the reality is it's not people that legally own firearms that are going out and causing all of these problems.
Yeah.
It's the criminals, which by their very nature do not obey laws.
Which,
hence the term outlaw.
Yeah.
But that's lost on the liberals among us that think that they can legislate and just make more rules. Rules only penalize honest people. They don't penalize criminals. So
it's caught.
What's the question, Yosi?
Calling me bug out, Bob.
What's interesting is there was I can't remember, it was set about 15 years ago, maybe more, maybe a lot more than that, because it's about the time I got married. It's almost 30 years ago. Somebody went to some of the legislators that were really harping on the assault rifles, and they went up to them at a thing with two weapons. One was a ranch rifle with a wood stock and everything else.
Yeah.
And the other one was actually, in reality, it was the same rifle. They just took the stock off, put the customized composite stock with all of the collapsible stock on and everything else, set them down in front of them, neither one with magazines in them, and said, all right, what is the definition of an assault rifle? Go, that one. Interesting. That is this here exact same rifle. They just put a customized lightweight stock on it.
Right.
And the person was like, no, it's not. Yes, it is. Watch. And he took it apart and swapped everything. It has, and they told him, this is comes with a 10-shot magazine for out there hunting, coyotes, varmints, skunks, stuff like that. Yet you calling it an assault rifle because it has a customized all-weather stock put on it that looks threatening to you. And the person just turned around, walked off. They walked away from the press
I
conference.
think we can message him.
Right. Yeah, here we go.
Never made it very far on the news.
Well, DeCorky? Who is DeCorky?
Me.
Oh. DeCorky?
Yeah, that's what Bob calls me, so I changed my name.
Oh, okay. I just saw the private comment.
Yeah.
How do we actually message people in the private chat window, or do you? That just
or you just click on private chat up above there, and it goes to the private chat, and you click back to comments.
Can you?
And private chat is just for the three of us, for those that are up here on the screen only.
It's not for Yosi.
Oh.
Okay. And so if Yosi wants to come up, Courtney, you have his email, right?
Yes.
Go ahead. And
you want?
Yeah, you can share the link with him.
Okay. Is that okay?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. This whole idea, anyway, that it's the guns that are dangerous. It's like there's a hilarious. When I used to belong to the Retaroverse, the new metaverse.
I lost
the Facebook thing, the stupidity where you go watch stupid videos.
Oh, Facebook?
Yeah, Facebook. When I used to watch Facebook, there was a guy. It was hilarious because he's standing out on the corner and he's got a sandwich board on him, and it says, "Let's ban spoons because the spoons made me fat." Again, which the point is that it's again, like the old joke that says, "Yeah, I've never had my gun get up out of its cabinet and go try to shoot people. I mean, it's the stupidest thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that ridiculous argument, that it's the gun. When you look at London and all the knife attacks they had a few years ago.
Yeah. Well, here's things interesting that's going on recently. Up until about a year and a half ago, all firearm crimes was the fault of the firearm manufacturers and the shops that sell it. It wasn't the fault of the person going out and pulling the trigger.
Right.
Now it's like, but however, all of a sudden it's like, oh, the cop, he pulled the trigger. It's his fault. It's not the manufacturer's fault. It's the cop's fault. His personal responsibility. Wait a minute. And it's not the personal responsibility of the criminal who murdered the grandma in her bedroom. Oh no, he's a product of society.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it's a complete double standard. And you know what the reality is that folks that can think and use their own brains know that it's a bunch of crap. And it's all these stupid liberal nuts, the Chris Wallace and all these clowns, Don Lehman, and all of their ilk that kind of wants to look what Katie Couric did years ago. She had some folks that lost their children to gun violence, and she edited this piece that the question was, and this was edited the way it was edited. The question was asked is to the effect of, well, would you ban guns? And every single one of them said, yes, we would do that. The reality was they completely edited it.
That's so funny, Robert. I'm sorry.
they edited it out to make the response from these folks that lost people to gun violence, that they would ban guns, when they didn't say that at all. And again, like she just did with Ruth Bader Ginsburg, edited out her comment because she's because I don't know if it's going to work. Because
hello, Yosi.
Hey, Yosi.
Yosi.
They just edited Ruth Bader Ginsburg's comment because I guess she figured, Supreme Court justice isn't able to say what she felt like saying, which was about the whole controversy with kneeling and all of that.
Right.
Because she knows better. And that's the usual tact that they take.
Funny. It's funny how you said that you related those specific people as liberals. I label them as socialists because I don't what? As socialists.
Oh, yeah.
Specifically AOC.
Okay. Oh,
I do not believe that she is for left or right. I believe she has one specific agenda, and that is socialism. And
I would agree with that. And maybe, I mean, in this changing landscape, liberal maybe is not a great definition, but I mean, AOC, she is a Sandy Cortez. I mean, she is she's a special kind of stupid.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it's people like that who are influencing younger generations to think that that's okay. When we have countries like South Africa, Russia, Cuba, Venezuela.
Oh, Venezuela, what a mess.
Their countries are in complete ruins right now.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, Venezuela used to be the 4th richest country in the world. And it was something like 90% of the people now are in utter poverty. And so, but again, my brother often says that the goal of the progressives, the goal of this very leftmost boundary, the goal is to get rid of the middle class. Because if you can get rid of the middle class, you have the fabulously wealthy, and then you have the dirt poor who can do nothing.
Yep.
So. And
the more poor there is, the more they rely on the government.
Yeah.
And that is socialism, unfortunately.
You're moving to a country that has fought the commies and they beat them? Well, where's that, Bob? Israel? Let's go Israel.
He's moving to the Philippines.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, you got...
His wife is Filipino.
Oh, okay. Condolences. I say that for weddings, birthdays, just kind of how I roll. Sorry.
Well, you just reminded me of something, a story that I saw on Facebook. this wife wakes up in the night and she reaches over to touch her husband. He's not there. She, goes downstairs. She goes downstairs, finds him. He's sitting there at the table, with soda in front of him, and he's got a tear running down his face and stuff. And she goes, "Are you all right?" "Yeah, I was just thinking, remembering back. This is the day we first met. I mean, this is the day of our first date." And she goes, "Oh, you remember?" And she starts to cry too. And he goes on, "Yeah, I remember you going out. We went out. You were 16, I was 18. We went out and we were dating. We were out in the car. And next thing we know, your dad's knocking on the car. Remember that?" "Yeah, I remember that." And then he stuck the shotgun in my face and says, "You're going to marry my daughter. You're going to go to prison for 20 years. She goes, "Yeah, I remember that." He goes, "Today I would have gotten out a free man."
Yeah, that's pretty good. I like that. I mean, it's interesting, just the whole. I don't know, but the most left of ideologies that again, it's think about Putin, for example. He's written his own rules for himself. He's fabulously wealthy as a result. Maduro in Venezuela, before that, Chavez in Venezuela. I mean, these people have taken control. I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but Charlie Kirk was doing Turning Point, and a fellow says to him, I think they're in Idaho, the fellow says, "When is it going to be time for guns?" And Charlie Kirk says, "Absolutely not. That's exactly what they're looking for. They're exactly looking for just that, to take control and basically..."
The Viper.
You know what I mean? That was his point, that if you come against them with violence as a kind of a first measure.
Yeah.
If you send it as a first measure, that's exactly what these elite are looking to do, to be able to come in and control. And that's kind of a scary thing.
Hi,
and
Viper.
I think that is something to be watched out for, because again, there's plenty of folks, I mean, that are able and eventually would be willing. I mean, if you keep pressing, the George, good old, what was it, George II, I believe is where all this started, with the taxation and the eventual rebellion of the colonies. But at some point, the scale is going to be too great. At what point? I don't know if we'll see that in our lifetimes. I hope not, certainly.
If I can go back to the job, I was a professional chef in Israel, and most of my friends in the restaurant industry, they make them take it. If you not take it, you're gonna lose your job, and some of them lose the job.
Yeah, that's happening here too.
Because it's the restaurant, and you came with the public, you need to have it.
Hi, Ricky.
They make you have it.
Right, exactly. And that's the I don't know. I mean, again, that's it should be each individual's personal idea or choice, I guess. That's what I'm looking for, because I know plenty of people that have it, and that's by all means, if you feel that you need it, then that's your own medical information, and it's your business. And
the reason me personally don't want to get it, because I received the 2 earlier ones, and the last one put me down for 2 months.
Wow. Well, and that's what about the number of folks that are the CDC has a number out that says there's 9,000 folks roughly that have expired from the vaccine, the jab.
And also, I know personally And
The numbers are actually a lot higher.
I know a man who got the job and now he's paralyzed. He's in a wheelchair because of that.
Wow.
And what a lot of people don't realize is that the jab does not meet the legal or medical definition of a,
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay,
Exactly.
what it,
I do
because
realize
it is a messenger
Mhm.
RNA,
Right. Yeah.
and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And it's basically they're taking a treatment, a specialized treatment that's supposed to be tailored to the individual person for cancer.
Mhm.
And they're making it into a broad spectrum thing. And because of that, it's not tailored to anybody in specific, and there's all sorts of side effects. I've been
Right.
tracking the numbers from back in January of 2020. I used to work for Homeland Security.
Right.
And so I've been tracking all the numbers and stuff. And even with all the what I call fake numbers being reported,
Right.
you know, like here in Idaho, the number of confirmed is only 40% of the total number per day. So that other 60% are listed as probables. And so you can figure of those probables, 90% are not it at all. They're not the red dragon.
Right.
And of the confirmed ones that are confirmed, quote, red dragon, only 80% maximum can be actually classified, because if you take the number of normal flu cases every year and calculate it all out, it takes away from because those cases are froze again. Those cases are being counted as the red dragon when they're not. They're actually other things. So if you calculate it all out and go through I got spreadsheets I've been going through all the stuff on. Basically, you wind up with the current rate for the red dragon is about exactly the same as what the flu was for the last 4 years, 9.7%. Or I mean, 1.97%. However, the rate for those that have had the jab, 2.5%. It's higher for those that have had it and come down with it, because it affects them worse. Because, and here's the clincher, just like the seasonal flu,
right?
Last year's shot don't work on this year's flu.
Yeah.
Right.
It mutates. The red dragon was mutating all through 2020 3 times as fast as the regular flu did.
Yeah.
The variant that this was based upon is variant number 3, which was the one that made it from the land of the red dragon here. That particular variant has not been positively identified in over a year in any case. So there's nothing for it to work on. So what's interesting is my wife's best friend, her husband works for Bayer. One of his best friends at Bayer got the jab, and 3 days after he got the jab, he was in the hospital emergency room, and now he's on heart medication for the rest of his life because of it.
Right.
And now all the employees of Pfizer, Bayer, Moderna, all those companies are exempt.
Okay.
They're all exempt from taking it now.
I just think there's one problem, and one problem only, with this fudging of the numbers. The problem is with this is the fact that they had money involved with this. Yeah. Okay. $38,000 per person who dies from the whatever, the kung flu.
Hong Kong flu.
$38,000. You don't think hospitals wouldn't have an emotional investment in that? Oh, $38,000? Well, shoot, we can get new trash cans. We can get new beds. We can get new equipment. We're
We need
marking
a
down.
raise.
We're marking down everybody. Everybody's dying from this stuff.
Yeah.
Go down the list
Well,
because
I mean,
the government's giving them money.
well, and not only that, not only are they giving them money for that, but the point is that Pfizer and Moderna and J&J, the reality is that they're making billions from this program when the drug that rhymes with pectin and the other prophylaxis, whichever they may be, have been shown, I mean, to be effective.
Yeah.
And yet all of that information is
I've seen that firsthand, actually.
yeah, and all that information is quote unquote misinformation, and it's not true. But all you have to do is follow the money. You know, the money says everything, and the money, you just follow the money trail. Yep. Now they're talking about they have a daily. I think it's Pfizer coming out with a daily pill to kind of do this same thing. And it's like, you got to be kidding me that people can't follow the money trail and figure this out. Yeah. That it's about money. And then from
recyclable homestead.
And nobody can go back and sue these companies. No, if you take it and there's something that happens, you can't go back on it. Well, you took it, so see you later.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, and it's still under emergency use authorization is part of the problem. But again, nobody wants to talk about that because there's a certain distinction that makes it an EUA compared to it being fully authorized or released. And I forget what the distinction was. I read about it, but I forget what it is now. But the point again is that follow the money. And really it's just a money play.
But it's disgusting because what we're doing is that it's on emergency, like you said, it's an emergency thing. So why are we giving it to children?
Yeah,
that is sick.
And personally, they are pushing it right now. I mean, they're getting pushy with me about a young man in my life.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Oh, pinch his cheeks.
Oh, man. I haven't been called that in a long time.
Who has a heart condition, and they're pushing it on this child with a heart condition.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Well, and not only that, the again, I don't know if you guys know who McCullough is. I don't know if I guess I could say his name, but he's not authorized on any of these kind of channels. Just for that. I didn't hit my head, Bruce. But he basically has talked about that when the swine flu swept through back in the early 90s, I want to say, 90s-ish sometime, that there was over 50 deaths in the vaccine trials, and they stopped it right there.
Yeah. And
the CDC numbers themselves say 9,000. Another interesting thing is with that, that the NIH itself has a paper talking about pectin that says that it's effective. You can go right on the NIH website, and there's a paper on there that's authored that's talking about the use of the drug that rhymes with pectin. Right on there, that says it's effective, and it's but yet what everybody says, it's ridiculous.
I just think we have a moral obligation to protect children.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, we do.
And unfortunately, they're using that moral obligation to protect children, saying, we got to protect our children. We got to give them the jab.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I have a question. If the FDA didn't approve to give the jab to under 16 years old, why they give it?
Okay, what's going on is the FDA is approving drugs that are not in production anywhere in the world, and they say, "Oh, we're approving Pfizer's drug for this." Well, they're not, and then in fine print they're saying the drug number, blah 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 blah, whatever it is. It's not the one they're using under the emergency procedures. It's one they developed on their own. And it's not going into production, but everyone's saying, "Oh, it's no longer. It's all the ones you're taking is now is approved." Well, no, it's not. The ones they're taking are still not approved.
Right.
It's the other ones they developed that
Mhm.
they have no plans on producing them because there are no protections at all for those other drugs.
Bob-
None whatsoever.
Bob
they're
in the audience.
they're fully protected for this one under emergency operations.
Yeah, Bob in the audience had a really good point just now. He said they say they protect children for gun control. And that's right. They're using our children to push their political agendas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These people are disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're educating our children
Yes. That's
To-
why my son will be homeschooled. He
to-
will
Yeah.
not attend
speak
public school.
against their own parents. I mean,
Right.
like in Oregon, they had this commercial going around, and the commercial basically said, what was it about? It was basically my parents love me so much that they're making sure I get the jab. And
Sick.
Yeah.
And is that sick or what? And
Yeah.
so the information is, if your parents don't let you get the jab, they don't love you.
I mean, here's an interesting thing. Number one is the jab was contrived with fetal cell lines. That's right from the Oregon Health Authority. The next thing is that Thursday I looked in Oregon. There's been 4,318 deaths. I think that's the number, and 316,000 roughly presumed cases. There's been so that makes a whopping 1.2% of the people that have been diagnosed with it have died, and that's in Oregon, and that's from Oregon's own information. So the number isn't going to be greater than that. If anything, it's going to be less than that, but they're not going to understate the number. They're going to overstate the number. So even with overstatement, it's 1.2% of the people in Oregon that have got the sickness that have died from it. And yet, we're shutting down whole swaths of societies. People aren't allowed to make a living, depending on what you do. If you're a restaurant, I mean, we're under an outdoor mask mandate. So if you're outdoors, you're supposed to wear a mask.
Yeah.
We never do, of course, but indoor, we're still under indoor mask mandate, of course. And they said 2 months ago, they rescinded it July, I want to say July, late July, end of July.
Mm-hmm.
And they said it should only last till December. And it's like, well, how are they supposed to know how long it would last for? It's amazing that they have this timer that they can just kind of like, oh yeah.
But they did
It
that
should only
last year
last.
though too. And it
Yeah.
always
Okay.
had to last through the holidays. So
I got the numbers for Oregon for you.
Okay. Yep.
All right. So 365,053
Yeah.
have been marked as having it, whether that is a confirmed or a probable number combined. All right. The total that have been labeled as having succumbed to it is 4,372 for a percentage rate of a percentage rate of
hi Bruce.
0.19%. That is less than the flu. The flu is 1.7. I mean, it's one. The flu is 1.97. This is 1.197.
Been a long 4 weeks, King Poobah.
Yeah.
I can tell you about my experience.
Yeah.
Because my mother had it. Then she was okay. They put it in another hospital. When she had problem with her lungs, they tested her again. And they said that she was clean. Then when she collapsed and passed away, unfortunately, they say it's because of that. but she
Yeah.
was clean. They test about a few times,
Mhm.
but in the certificate they put that she died from the dragon.
Yeah,
And
there's several people that I've talked to that never had it at all. Period. Never, not at all.
Mhm.
And on their death certificate, it said that some people were tested. Oh, you don't have it at all. They ran the test several times. They still didn't have it. They were marked as having it, and the families are having to sue their counties to get the death certificate changed. And I know in
Wow.
our county here in Idaho, there's been a couple like that because I track the numbers daily. All of a sudden, the number went backwards because they had to change the numbers because that person, they had to correct the death certificate.
Wow. Well, yeah, I mean, again, you can make numbers say whatever you want them to say, but
Exactly.
the
That's the
point
same
is,
with voting.
800% of the people know that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the same with voting too.
800%.
You can, you can fudge the numbers in voting now apparently as well. So
Hey,
Well-
dead people can vote.
yeah, I mean, what's interesting about that? So the whole interesting thing is that let's go, Brandon. He won.
Hey, you're not supposed to say that.
What?
You're not supposed to say that.
Said who? The what?
Said me.
Why?
Better watch out. The wife has spoken.
Say what? Yeah.
Because
Oh, no.
that saying has now someone confirmed that saying is now on the YouTube do not use list.
Yeah, the
Oh.
blacklist of YouTube.
Oh, okay. So hold on. Toilet paper Biden. Anyway,
Let's go TP.
Let's go TP.
now I forgot what I was trying to say.
I like that, Yossi. Let's go TP.
Forgot what I was trying to say.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Where were we before that?
Changing numbers,
Oh,
inflating
yes.
numbers.
Thank you. Let's go, somebody. Is the fact of the matter is that, Obama,
Captain
Barry
the abomination.
Barry Soetoro, otherwise known as the Muslim Messiah, he won 800 and some counties and never even got close to 81 million votes. So to me, the interesting thing is, I don't know what happened, but it's like
Skinner Farms.
But it's like the justices for the Supreme Court said back in the day. They said, I think it was in the 70s maybe, they said, I don't know what pornography is, how to define it, but I know it when I see it. Well, this is kind of one of those things. That the reality is that, a guy wins, he can't even get out of his basement to go campaign, nor have a press conference, nor have a rally, nor do anything. He wins 500 counties. Google has it as, I think, just over 500 counties. So I'm using reportable, good information since it came from Google. 500 counties. And he wins 81 million votes. I just want to know about the math. I just want to know how that's possible.
Sorry.
I want to know how that's possible, and nobody can explain to me. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened with anything else. I don't know what happened, but what I do know is how can you only win 500 of the 1,900 and some counties and win 81 million votes? I just don't see how that's numerically possible. I just like can somebody explain that to me? I'm pretty
Chris,
simple.
it's just because you don't know and understand the new math. Come on, man.
Yeah,
Is that what it is?
if your grandfather died and you are of that party, his vote counts. So does his wife, his grandfather, and the other one. So when you cast yours, that's 7 more votes automatically get counted for it.
You don't know that 1 + 1 is 11?
Yeah, that's Common Core
It
math.
doesn't work in this brain that is an accountant brain.
It just, again, but nobody, regardless, it's not, you don't have to talk about any conspiracies or theories or anything else. It's just simple math. How does it happen? And nobody can explain that. But again, you have the media mob that doesn't care to explain it. I don't know if you guys have seen the article in Time. Time exactly laid out what they did. in this whole piece, and how they did it with the bombarding of the courts before the election and everything else. Time went into a very good expose.
Viper, you can't say that anymore.
What? Oh, he's writing it.
Yeah, they'll pick it up too. Yeah, Viper, you weren't in here. We found out that that phrase is now on the banned list.
What phrase?
Yeah. Let's see. Instead of that,
Oh, that
we could say,
Let's go share.
Let's go what?
Share.
No, let's go crazy.
Let's
No.
go.
Because Uncle Al
Share
calls him
can't be
Captain
banned.
Crazy.
There's got to be something much more biting.
Yeah. Let's go depends.
That's getting there. That's pretty good.
No,
Yay.
I went depends. Yeah,
Yay
I went.
Yay for
Let's
dementia.
go wiping.
Yay for dementia.
Let's go dementia. Oh. That's I'll have to think about that a little bit.
Skinner Farms, this is Chris.
Hey. And she probably doesn't know your name.
You're back, honey. I can read your comments. I don't know what's going on.
Let's go Diaper Joe. Yeah, that's a good one. Let's go Sleepy Creepy. Let's go Child Hair Sniffer. Oh, that's a good one. I can see.
Okay. Hang
Let's
on.
go,
You just reminded me of something here.
Sniffing child's hair? Creepy Joe?
Let's see.
Ben Hayden. I've heard that one. Old who's
Ben
it?
Hayden.
Who's the guy with the puppets?
Yeah.
Oh, Jeff Dunham.
Yeah.
Dunham.
Ben Hayden. That's always a good one. Let's go Ben Hayden.
Ben Hayden.
Oh, you guys may get this one. The little chickadees aren't on here. Let's go Mike Oxmall.
Small.
What's that?
Let's go Mike Oxmall.
Who's that?
Okay, here we go.
Nobody gets it. You guys
Laura,
don't get that?
you make the call. You make the call whether you want to share this or not, Laura.
I've got the cojones. I shared it. Oh, I thought you were talking about something else, Gil.
That's pretty good. I like that. You guys don't get the let's go Mike Oxmall?
Who was Mike Oxnell? Huh?
You guys don't get that? No?
Oxmall.
Kind of like bend over, Bart Simpson used to.
Oh.
Let's go Mike Oxmall. No. Crickets. It's
Sorry.
slightly inappropriate.
Oh, slightly, huh?
Slightly
That's right.
inappropriate. I don't know if you'd get it, Yossi, because it's more of English as a first language. No offense, because you're way smarter than probably any of us. I don't mean it that way.
No. Like I told Courtney, English is only my third language.
Yeah, see? Exactly.
His third language. Yeah.
Right, I know.
Yeah.
I got that.
That's crazy.
Anyway, you guys think about it and say it to yourself, and you'll figure it out. That's a good one, though. Yeah, exactly.
That's
Thank
good,
you.
Ginger Ninja.
Yeah, Ginger's got it. Let's go, Mike Oxmall. Wow, you guys are a tough crowd. No, crickets, cobwebs.
Is that a small hot dog, honey?
Yep.
A small, he gets it.
Yeah, I remember
What
that. Yeah,
happened is
calling the
peanuts, no?
Bart calling it. Is Mike Oxmall there?
Yeah, paging Mike Oxmall.
Teaching his
Yeah, now it's coming
small hot
through.
dog.
Yeah. Wow.
There, King Poopah put it out there.
Exactly. Wow. Anyway, you guys.
That one, it must have been the delivery by Chris. I don't know.
No, I got it. I got it. It's just that, I was just trying to hold it in.
But,
No.
Actually, doesn't have to hold it in because it's so small.
That's right, on full display, on display.
There's a bear in the room.
Yeah. So interestingly enough, the hair sniffer, the chair sniffer,
The hair sniffer.
either or, it could be interchangeable. The hair chair sniffer.
Well, in Israel, if you had it that small, it's called peanut.
Called what?
Peanuts.
Peanut.
It's pretty much the same here. I think that may be a universal expression.
Yeah. Ginger. Okay.
So we can't call him that anymore, so it's on the ban list. That's unfortunate too.
Yeah. What about poor Brandon? I
Mm,
mean, nobody's crying,
Yeah.
saying his name anymore.
yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's a tough one. You
We're
guys-
just all NASCAR fans. I mean, what can you say?
yeah. No.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy though. If you guys think about that, even on its face, that
Groper.
let's go beat on.
I just can't believe that you can't use that phrase in the chat. Like, really? What? I mean,
Last
how
time I
many
checked-
things are they going to block?
Well, yeah,
Well,
the problem
Anything
is,
that's derogatory to the demon rat.
well, that doesn't matter. Last time I looked, I mean, the Constitution said I have the freedom to speech and any thought I want. So, you know.
But do you
what the
still
hell?
have that on YouTube?
No,
No, because
Not
YouTube
anymore, no.
isn't a government. It's a private entity.
right.
And they can limit anything within their own platform.
As long
Right.
as we allow it.
Well, right, exactly. Why, and that's why I hate this platform, Bruce. Is simply that because, yeah, they can limit your speech, but okay, if they can editorialize, and you go back to Section 231, and where do we go? And of course, nobody's going to enforce that. If they're editors of content, then they can also be sued for content that
Yep.
is objectionable,
Very true, Viper.
but that doesn't work. So again, it's this no man's land because they can absolutely regulate speech that they find. Yeah, I know, I saw that.
I like that. Courtney.
Child sniffer. Yeah, that's a good one. Let's go child sniffer, except then everyone's going to think that you're a pedo.
Yeah.
Well, they
No,
already
no, I
know
mean,
he
not
is.
about-
So,
I mean that about Biden.
yeah.
I don't know if it'll play well, but we could try and see if it can get some traction. But-
They were actually doing that back during the election, remember? Calling him child sniffer and stuff.
Oh, were they? I
Yeah,
didn't-
there are a ton of child sniffing mimes on the
Yep.
images. If you just Google, Google it and stuff, there's up there of him doing it. But
Yeah.
the best one I saw was just a couple of months ago. He was there. It was a bunch of teenagers, and nobody in his entourage caught it.
Yeah.
Every one of them was wearing either a GAMA or let's think,
MAGA.
the MAGA shirt and the
Let's
and,
keep America great.
Trump and everything else, and the hat and everything else. And he's there with one girl and the mom around me, and he's kind of leaning down just a little bit. And then someone snapped the picture, and no one of his group noticed that he was posing with a bunch of Trump supporters.
Yeah. It was funny as hell.
Oh, that is funny.
Well, I mean, yeah, and that's interesting. Yeah, it's pretty sad, especially that it's kind of like a known and it's creepy, and yet nobody says anything about it.
Exactly.
I mean,
Oh no, he can't be. They cover that. They've covered that up. No way.
Oh.
Not him. No.
well, I mean, okay, you got to give it up for Huma Abedin, Dick Wiener's wife, Tony Wiener.
That was completely an army Freudian slip.
Yeah, it was. But she's the latest to claim sexual assault. She just remembered it. Here she is. She's talking, and she says, "Yeah, I was a young staffer, and I was at a restaurant with a senator who I'm not going to name, and he asked me back to his apartment, and he tried to kiss me. He put his tongue in my mouth, and then he said, "I'm sorry, I misread. I thought maybe you liked me." He didn't say that. That's not what she said, but she basically said the guy admitted, "Hey, sorry, I thought you were interested." I mean, usually when a young woman comes back to my place, back in the day, you know what I mean?
You were just getting the eye there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's say this, and I'm not going to tell on Laura, but when Laura came over and
Dang it.
she's looking in my eyes, and I lay one on her. I mean, of course, she
Oh,
is
Chris,
desirous.
lay
of
one
such
on
connection.
me.
But
Are you keeping a wiener count, Puba?
Oh, Lord.
but anyway, she says, it was sexual assault. She terms this as sexual assault. She's not going to name the senator, but a young woman goes back to a senator's apartment, and he has the temerity, look that one up, to say, "Hey, I thought you were into it," and and he apologized. In essence, I would say that's kind of an apology. "Hey, sorry, I misread the signals." And now she says this guy sexually assaulted her for kissing her. That's what we've become. And then you can make money on that because, she didn't remember about this till a couple of years ago, till Me Too was coming out. But then now her book comes out next week. And so conveniently, a senator who shouldn't be named sexually assaulted me. So we can, phrase anything and destroy anybody we want, as long as it makes us money.
Let's see if he's
Oh my
a
God, it's like
senator,
YouTube.
if he's still a senator, and this was back then, and so it's probably the same party she is. That can only be
Bernie Sanders.
Chucky Boy,
Chucky boy.
Schumer.
Oh yeah, that's what they said. Are you looking it up, Gil?
No, I just had something else pop up here.
Yeah, that's kind of what the inference is. But I mean, again, perhaps her parents didn't teach her better that you shouldn't go to men's apartments. That you're not really interested in, nor
You know what's sad about this whole situation? Because this has popped up, this kind of situation has popped up numerous times in the tabloids, numerous times. I will preach to my son never to be alone with a woman unless you are sure that that woman's not going to report you for something.
Yeah.
Just
Because
tell
you can
him to
never
bring him
be,
home for mom to check out.
you could never be too sure.
Right.
I've got to teach my son now to not trust a woman if you're alone with her.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Because,
Hang on to that thought. My grandmother's things just came hopping into my mind. Back in her day in the 1800s, in the early 20s, you had a chaperone when you went out with a woman.
Right.
The movie The Quiet Man with John Wayne and O'Hara. Yeah,
That's where we went.
they're sitting on opposite sides of the dating cart, driving around in town. They're on opposite sides, and I forget what the term was for the Irish guy that was driving the cart. You obey all the proprieties of all times. And he's driving them around, and they can't hold hands. They can't. It's
right.
so. Courtney, you need to hire one of those Irish matchmakers.
No, you just need to have him video everything, but that could get creepy too and weird.
Stitch him to a sack with ink.
No, really.
That's exactly
No,
what I'll do.
they're all going around. Hi, yay, here
Yeah.
she is. Hi.
Yeah, I mean, it's sad. I mean, again, but regardless of whatever kind of reprobate this was, it could have been Kennedy. But if it was Kennedy, then it probably would have turned out much different. She would have then probably had a real assault on her hands. But rest his soul.
Or she probably wouldn't be living.
Or She may
Yeah,
have driven off a bridge or something.
Chappaquiddick. What?
I don't know.
Chapel.
Yossi's sitting there looking at us like, what the hell are they talking about?
We're doing inferences to a historical event.
Yeah. I mean, but that is a sad state. But again, what's really sad is the fact of the matter is that she says this guy sexually assaults her because he kissed her. I mean, I haven't had a lot of women come up and just kiss me, unwantedly. But I mean, if I were, I'm not going to, call the police. Or I mean, I would maybe now, but not when I was younger.
Great recovery.
Well, got to cover all the bases. Yeah, set him up for blackmail. They could do that. I mean, she's pretty much. I mean, that's her ace in the hole right now. She can wait and identify him, and come out and say, "Oh yeah, it was this guy." But look at that poor woman that accused Ben Hayden, and said that he forcibly touched her, her private parts and whatnot, and she was absolutely crucified and was not to be believed. And so again, it's that funny double standard that's not funny if you're the one that's on the side of the double standard.
But I want to know who did that to Nancy Pelosi.
Really?
They're probably sitting in a mental institution right now.
I'm
Oh.
sure she has a basement with ice cream in it too.
Oh, that was not even a side blow. That was a direct hit.
That is so good. Oh,
In her $24,000 freezer with her $12 pints, what every public servant needs. But you would all know that there's no servant about any of that. It's called ruler. So it's the rulers,
The rulers.
the rightful ruler.
I'm sorry, Bob, if you have Nancy Pelosi in your basement. I'm so sorry.
Sorry, Bob.
No
Hey.
popsicles for her.
You can take one for the team, Bob. How's that?
Well, I think if she was in the Bob basement, he will send her to his neighbor.
There's no quick
I think
reply
we can
back
use the
from
key.
Bob. He must be getting a popsicle himself. Oh, there he is. Oh, there he is. There it is.
He was checking. He was checking to make sure she wasn't in the basement.
That's right.
I think he may be getting a tad excited. Maybe we should cut off here. I mean, Lord knows that nothing like money and power excite me. I'll take one for the team. I mean, no, sorry.
Oh, you've been there, Bob?
Not allowed here. Well, I mean, yeah. That's enough disgusting or disturbing mental images for the day, I believe.
Oh yeah, can you imagine her wrinkliness?
Oh,
You had to say that, didn't you, Courtney?
Yeah, I did. I had to go there. I couldn't help it.
Courtney, the things don't forget. All that wrinkly stuff is hard plastic.
Yeah.
That's why I call her Miss Plastic Face.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to, yeah. We had a saying in the Army. Let's see if I'll clean it up a little bit.
I bet you I can do it non-clean.
I wouldn't have sexual relations with Yossi's member with her.
Yeah, I could say it unclean.
Yeah. Sorry, Yossi. It's nothing offensive to you anyway.
Bruce. Bruce.
Yeah.
Are you wearing a Poop Troop shirt?
Why, of course I am.
I just now noticed.
See?
Well, look at
Oh,
you.
look at that. Look at that.
Could do that.
I'm wearing the one they send me backwards.
You got
Yossi
what?
got one from Redbubble, Redbubble's where you did it, right, Quirk?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just
He got one that has it on the back instead of the front.
Oh no.
He's like,
I'm
what the
sorry.
hell? This isn't what I ordered.
What's
Everybody has one. Holy crap. I'm getting
know.
mine in the
You-
mail finally.
I had to get mine out here, so.
They do have them in your size, I think.
Oh, you have extra large, tall.
Yep.
5X.
Yeah.
Yeah, they go all the way up to 5X.
They have to be tall because others will, even if
For obvious reasons.
When
You
I
don't
got
want to be
my
wearing a
4X,
stomach
Wait a
shirt?
minute.
Come on,
All right,
Chris.
wait. You're
Yeah.
tall?
I usually like to show my midriff out in public with my spandex on. So I could do it small. That'd be cute.
You don't strike me as somebody that's tall.
Oh, yeah?
when I was
Okay.
at my 5,
Just
my
don't tell him to
five-
stand up if he's sitting where Laura is, because he'll knock the ceiling fan down. Okay.
Well, it's not that, but if you can tell when I'm sitting up and she's sitting up, she's
You're
slouching.
like, yeah, get the telephone books and put them under her.
Yeah. So, no, I mean, I come from a family of midgets and professional miniature golfers. And, that's how I come about it, honestly, anyway.
One of them hit a hole in one, huh?
That was a good one.
Oh,
Yeah.
You miss being in the army, don't you?
No. I certainly don't. Although
Maybe
the,
you do.
Yeah.
No.
yeah, I think you do, Bruce. That's a good point.
Oh, Viper's feeling left out.
oh. Can we fit them up here?
Who?
Yeah, should be
Yeah.
able to.
Well, I'm. Well,
Corky'd have to send him the
Yeah.
email, though.
Send 'em-
I don't want to.
Corky's
You
our
don't want him
secretary.
to- Oh, ooh, Viper, you got slammed.
What is interesting is we had a saying that because some dummy would leave the lights on at the motor pool, so we'd have to come back to the motor pool, for everybody's corporal punishment. And we had a saying that said this: it says, they can make us work long, but they can't make us work hard. So in other words, we'll be here for 2 days, but so what?
Yep.
Yeah.
But
Well, it takes a while to change out those hydraulics on those tanks, doesn't it?
hydraulics on the tanks. Yeah. I was in aviation, so I wouldn't know about what you speak. I was in the smart MOS.
Smart MOS? I didn't think they had any of those in the Army.
Yeah.
Oh, wait
they
a
do.
second. Military intelligence.
No,
but it was
no.
the exact opposite.
No, that's the oxymoronic police.
Yeah.
The downward escalator. Unthaw.
Downward escalator.
Name a couple. Unthaw. I want to make or unloosen. I want to tighten it. Unscrew. Screw. Yeah. Anyway, you get the idea.
Out.
So, but
May
yeah.
need to get the first aid kit out there. I think he just
Get the
took
first
Laura's
aid kit?
finger off.
Yeah. So, yeah, the downward escalator. That's one of my favorites.
Do you have to go out? You have to go out? Sorry, the dogs.
So you sent the link. Since you're the
The secretary.
She's the official secretary.
Since I'm a secretary, can I be blue? Can I have a blue
Blue?
wrench?
Please.
Please, Mr. Chris.
What do you want?
Can I have
Sounds
a blue
like your
wrench,
secretary's
please?
begging.
You gotta
Well, you
you
have
gotta
to.
go,
have
you
to
gotta
push
get
up.
feet on your pajamas first.
That's not right.
Oh, Lord.
I got a butt flap. Does that count?
Maybe. Could put it up for vote.
TMI.
Okay.
Oops. So, here we go. Sorry, it's my fault.
And there he
There's the
is.
bite.
The man, the myth, the key messer upper.
Who? Me?
Yeah.
No,
Wait, how do you know? Wait, how do
Your
you know?
story.
I was gonna say-
It's been all over YouTube
No,
and
it hasn't.
Facebook.
Well, it has now.
No, I just told him you were having problems. That's why you weren't around yesterday. And
Oh, what a nightmare. Oh my god. And then today I did work on my truck, so that was a good thing, but it's just I've been nonstop. You know, these people, I call the locksmiths at 10 o'clock. They're 24 hours. I call them at 10 p.m. I said, we're having problems. You need to come. We'll call you back. And like when I'm going to call our technician and he'll have you, he'll call you back. Okay. Well, an hour later, they didn't call back. So I called them. I'm like, so I called an hour later and they repeated the same thing. Okay. So then like 30 minutes later, I get a text message saying, would you like to set up an appointment? I'm like, yes. I had to reply yes. So I replied, and I called again and I said, hey, I would like to set up an appointment for sure for tomorrow, which is today. And she said, okay, 9 a.m. I'm like, that would be perfect. Well, 9:30 in the morning comes and I don't hear from them. I call them. I'm like, so I called yesterday, like at 10 o'clock, and you guys never called me back. And I had to call back and set up an appointment, and I set it up for 9 a.m., which that was 30 minutes ago. She repeats the same thing. I'm going to call my technician and see where he's at. I'm like, you've told me this already. I already heard this before. So she hangs up. I never hear from them. I call another locksmith. This guy's like old school Hispanic guy, like with a heavy accent. And I already got a good vibe from him. And he's like, where are you? I'm like, I'm right here, just on the street from like 5-10 minutes. Let me call my technician and see where he's at now, and I will call you back in 2 minutes. I said, okay. He called me back. Dude, this is why I respect people like this, because I'm the same way. He called me back in 2 minutes.
Oh,
and
that was cool.
He says, okay, my technician is busy. He said he can be there in an hour at 10:30. Fine, let's do it. Well, an hour goes by. The other technician finally calls me, sleeping. What's your problem? And I'm like, my keys need to be reprogrammed. What happened? I'm like, I don't know. The keys are not starting the car. They need to be reprogrammed. And then I don't know what I said. He's like, I can't help you. He was like talking like that. He's like, I can't help you. I'm like, okay, bye. And I hung up. But I didn't care because I already had the other guy coming. The guy said 10:30. He called me. He says, oh, hi. Is this for so-and-so? I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, we're outside. We're here. We're outside. Oh, okay. I'll be right there. So I hang up. I checked the time, 10:30 on the dot. Like they were here on time. And
nice.
Yeah, anyway, 20 minutes later, we got the car started. They programmed new keys. Basically, the chips inside the keys failed and erased everything. Like all keys from memory.
That's a pain in the butt when that happens.
$180
Wow.
for two keys to be, one key had to be cut. They had to create a whole new key, program that key, and then reprogram the original key, because what happened is normally on cars, when you have two keys for the same car, but the two keys have different codes, so it'll be like 001 and then the other one will be like 002, for example. All three of my keys were the same number, so when it erased one key, it erased all three keys. And so the guy, the locksmith, had to literally, he came in a Scion XV, the little tiny car. He had a full locksmith, like he had the cutting machine, he had the tool chest, like he had everything ready there. He pulled out a key, he cut out a new key, programmed it with his computer in the car, and then got it started. And then from there, we were able to program the original. Nightmare.
The CMEs that are recurring are not strong enough to be doing that stuff.
No, not at all. It's because the keys we had were probably, I am assuming they're cheap, made in China, piece of crap, Amazon, because that's what the lady
I'm betting you guess right.
Yeah, because I had one original dealer key and then the other two were aftermarket. God,
why did the CME though mess with my brain?
I don't know, because you have wiring inside your head, maybe.
I'll tell you what, I wish I was in Tennessee right now, damn it, because we could see those northern lights. Apparently, it's supposed to cross right over. And guess where I'm at?
Unfortunately, the line.
I haven't seen any yet.
You wouldn't be able to see them in Tennessee. The line is not. We're just literally a little bit past that line, so you can't see them.
Well, I saw a map of it, and it was showing like it was crossing over Tennessee.
There's like a gray streak that goes right down the center of that, and everything that's in that gray streak, everybody can see it. I'm like a little bit past that gray streak, so I won't be able to see them.
Yeah.
Jerks.
Courtney, so I was one of the many times traveling to Tennessee, and I'm crossing the Ohio River.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm driving along. I'm by myself. And I always say to myself, "Oh, the Ohio River," because of all those
The Ohio State.
nincompoops that go to the Ohio State University. I think it's because the is easy for them to remember.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Oh, well,
But-
there's our issue. It's cloudy over here by us, so we can't see him at all.
Anyway, thought I would share that because always, when they do when they're on pro football, they say, "Where'd you go to school?" They do what school they went to, and I went to, Joe's elementary school, and where'd you go? I went to the Ohio State University.
Laura, I'm sharing.
Doesn't
Sorry.
make any sense.
I want you to tell me about that. Inquiring minds want to know.
I don't know. I'm nowhere near the Ohio State University.
Well,
I'm
you
more
live
there-
in
I'm
the
more-
Ohio, though, do you know?
Oh.
Yeah, but I live towards the Cleveland, Ohio.
You are
Oh.
guilty by association, Quirky.
Is that
Guilty by
association.
is that LeBron's hometown?
Yes,
live by
that's where
LeBron?
I'm from. The LeBron. Yeah, that's where I'm from.
So this is a more accurate photo of what I found, but the one I saw earlier actually showed like the haze, like the color differences, whatever. So it looked like it was above Tennessee. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I could probably see it. Of course, I live in, Dingbat, California, and we get nothing. But
So it's going over our area. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't see
Once
it.
it gets up to G3 on the storm scale.
look at
Okay.
Bruce. Look how close it is to Tennessee. It's like almost the lowest
I
point.
wonder
too.
what time that would be because I'm gonna go out there in my onesie and look.
So Courtney, you're in the poor area.
don't know if you guys
Tennessee's
wanted that up
outside
there.
the border. I can share this if you guys want.
No,
I
we
got
don't
a
want
good
it.
one here. Shows the stuff. Let me see. Share.
That's nice. We really don't want to see it. That's nice.
Oh, I'm gonna make you share it. I'm gonna make you see it now. It's just, I used to be in the poor area. Now I'm barely into the fair.
Where's there?
If you look down on the bottom there, you just go ahead and click that right next to mine.
It says add to stream.
There you go,
Oh,
Chris. King
there.
Poobah just said it all. It's because there's an OU and there's an OSU.
Ah,
That's
look at
why they
Tennessee,
call it-
man.
That's why they call it
Tennessee.
that. See that
I-
other
I
section?
know.
We're in that other section. We won't be able to see it.
What are you talking about? It's right above you.
Yeah, but it says more than likely not be able to see it.
Oh, it's right above
Yeah.
Tennessee.
It's in the gray section.
At least you have more than likely.
The poor area here.
We have turn your heads and walk away because you're not going to see anything. At least
Yeah.
you have more than likely.
Yeah, I'm right here, just right on the border between the two.
Great. Now
So-
I know where you live. Yes.
Hey, how many times have I said basalt? The
Oh, I'm
quarter mile square city has only 4 roads in and out, and 90% of the people here are preppers.
All right.
Bob, you don't need to cry. It's going to be okay, buddy.
Laura just
I
took
know,
over the
he's-
mouse. Watch out.
Ba-ba-ba.
No crying, Bob.
Yeah, Bob's up there and good.
There's no crying in baseball, Bob.
Hey, Gil, can you scroll up just a tad? Were you looking at an industry first washer?
No,
Okay.
I bet I do go to Home Depot a lot.
Yo, we have these people that do like crazy garage sales. Like, it looks like I'll be honest. I don't know where they get their stuff. Okay, maybe
Off the
some of
back
it's
of a truck?
stolen. So maybe some of it's
This is-
stolen. Maybe some of it's not. I'm just saying these are my opinions. I could be wrong, but some people do some weird, sketchy garage sales down the street when you drive by, and they have everything. They had like a tile cutter, some bicycles, some like Tupperware, random stuff. But lately, they've been doing a lot of like power drills, like power tools from stores.
Be
Yeah.
careful, Viper, because you're
Oh.
moving. Once you take that out of state, now you're an interstate felon.
Yo,
Yeah, they're-
man, I have a guy that bought a $200 DeWalt, not an angle grinder, but it's like a buffer machine for $75.
Nice.
Brand new.
Yeah,
in
there's
the box.
a lot of people that do garage sales. They scope out other garage sales And when somebody doesn't know what they're saying, they scoop stuff. I mean, know what their price and stuff at. The price is too low. They scoop it up and they come back and sell it their own.
Nice. Yeah, I never thought of that.
And
And
sometimes
then there are the flea markets where the stuff that you got to wear gloves for because it hurts. It's so hot.
Yeah.
Are priced so low they're just moving it. They'll hit that stuff, pick it up, and I bought this over at the they take pictures of what they're buying it there, so they
some
get
people
out of
buy
it.
a bonded storage unit.
Yeah, that too.
That too, yeah.
Yeah, my dad bought a
Don't talk
Milwaukee
about my
drill.
bunker.
My dad bought a brand new Milwaukee drill from some guy on the internet for $50, $150 drill. I have the same one, so I know, with the charger, the box, everything. $50. Who's a keyboard warrior?
Was
Of course, who do you think can type 120 words a minute?
Me.
Not you.
Not me, no. How would I do that?
I can type 120 words an hour.
An hour.
That's probably about my
Now, if
rate.
we take the mistakes out, it's 120 words a minute. Now, if we don't take the mistakes out, it's 165 a minute.
How many words per minute can you type on the phone there, Bruce?
On the phone,
Mhm.
one fat finger at a time.
I will say, I am pretty good at texting and not looking. Like my fingers have acclimated the size of my phone to where I could literally write out a sentence and maybe have one or two misspelled letters. But I'm pretty good with that, having no buttons.
Mhm.
Man, back in the day when we had phones
Oh, I
with
know.
T9 texting with the buttons, I could text in my pocket.
Yeah,
like,
I could too. I was
Yeah.
so good. I was so good. I could draw. Not that I advocate for that, but I could drive down the road, and just do this and not even know,
Not even look at it.
Not even look at it. It was so
Yeah.
good. 1, 2, 3,
Come on,
and then I just knew.
I'm getting
I'm
ready
a
to get
Houghton
some
Pecker.
cafe, so I'm going to let Bob up here.
Oh, okay.
I'll be back. I'll be in the chat, but I'm going to let Bob get up here.
I'm a
Oh,
Hudson Pecker when it comes to typing.
careful, because your room's on fire, dude.
Yeah, but I'm a professional firefighter, remember?
oh, it's the sun.
You're,
We're good.
You're letting it get out of
I
control.
got the bunker gear in the closet right over there.
Right. You need to put a GIF behind you like that.
That's from a Blevy class when they actually blow up an actual propane tank.
Yeah,
That's fun.
nice.
I'm an apocalypse warrior. Can't you tell?
The green screen is fun, eh?
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
Since I'm the only one that has Bob's email address, am I allowed to email him the link, Chris?
Yes.
Certainly not.
Why is it? Oh,
I assume
StreamYard.
that you're being sarcastic,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Indeed.
Actually, I have Bob's email address now too.
No, you don't. Mm-mm.
That's my normal state of being.
Sarcastic.
Yes. Well, you call it a dry sense of humor, really, euphemistically speaking.
Yours is like a powder. dry.
Yes.
Yeah, I got to take my elderberries.
Very dry.
Hey, Chris, since I'm a official secretary here, can I have a wrench?
Yeah, what about me,
Oh,
man?
sure.
I'm not even blue either. Like,
Oh,
Can I give you two?
I think that would be awkward.
When you will die.
I'm not a big fan of YouTube, so please don't give me YouTube.
Oh wait, no, I have to do it on here, baby.
Uh,
You catch it?
Never mind. It's
It's got to
Laura.
be done. Yeah, it's got to be
Who has
done
the
on
power?
the YouTube side.
Yeah, Laura has the power.
Mhm.
Just, you know.
You are wrenched.
Yes! Before Viper!
I'm still unsubscribing.
Don't be jelly.
I'm not jelly. No, it's
Just because
fine.
I have Bob's email address, I mean,
I've been unsubscribed for a while with that one.
you better be joking. Don't make me fly to
Well,
California.
Viper is wrenched too, so
You see these?
I-
lines?
Oh,
And you know what? You were first, but guess what? She saved the best for last. So,
King Puba.
I wouldn't want you to fly to California, Courtney. I would literally like. I don't know what I would do to make you not spend the money to come out here.
That's okay. Just don't make me drive to Tennessee, 6 hours away.
Oh, you're more than welcome to come there. Show up in your little. What do you have? An HHR?
Not anymore. No.
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 No. I'll show you what she bought. Hang on a second.
What do you have? I forgot what you have.
That's what she bought right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
right.
it. Right there.
She is a soccer mom now
Yep,
for the
that's right.
apocalypse.
Me and my 8 kids. Yep. No. I have a GMC
Terrain?
Garage Mechanics Companion.
That's a good one.
It's my favorite vehicle. My husband hates it.
Is it all-wheel drive?
No,
Front?
it's front wheel.
Okay. So you could do burnouts.
Is
Huh?
that what you said? Part wheel drive?
Front wheel. Hmm.
Oh, I thought you said part wheel. I don't hear very well.
Yeah, you know.
Well,
What are
technically, technically,
Fred
It is-
Flintstone. Fred
You're
Flintstone.
technically
Let's go,
right.
Marty.
if you think about it, you're technically right. It is part-wheel drive because
Part wheel drive.
if,
That's right.
if you don't, like, I have all-wheel drive on mine, so all 4 wheels have power. But yours is front wheel, so if you don't have a limited slip differential, you're only spinning 1 wheel, and 1 wheel would be stuck. So you're technically 1-wheel drive, and that's part-wheel drive.
Thank you, Purple T-Bear. See,
Yeah.
I already have somebody. I got connections in Tennessee. She said she's already got my back. Boom. Love it.
Fart wheel drive. Oh,
Another fellow Tennessean, huh? Purple T-Bear.
Yep.
You're not a Tennessean yet. You're stuck in California.
What part of Tennessee? I almost said what part of purple are you in? What part of Tennessee are you in? North, south, east, west?
That's Bruce's wife.
Oh,
Ah,
sorry.
he just connected the dots.
I did. Well, because it's not blue too, so it's throwing me off. I mean, this is Courtney's chat where there's like 1 million blue people.
I'm not.
No, you're not.
I'm
Oh,
green.
Okay, what? You talking? Somebody's talking?
Nobody's
Rosie?
talking.
Did you say, hey, Chris?
What?
He says I'm green.
Oh,
And Cody chat as I'm green.
oh.
I'm green. Are you really?
oh shoot! I need to do
Because
that.
I'm a poop member.
Because he's a poop trooper.
I thought it was blue.
He doesn't have a wrench yet
Hmm.
in Courtney's. Otherwise, he'd be blue.
Who, Yossi?
Yeah.
You don't have a wrench?
No.
Oh,
I don't have a
Courtney!
wrench.
Hey,
I'm
Yossi, join
sorry.
the club. Join the club, Yossi. Let's unsubscribe from her too, man. Let's get the trend going. Let's go unsubscribe.
I can't do that.
No, he already has all
Come
of
on,
the
don't
memorabilia.
Of course not. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, when you're in
Not even
next time
kidding.
and Sunday night when I go live, I'll add you in. I'm sorry, I didn't realize.
You can add him now. You can add him now. You don't have to.
I'm
You can
I'm
do
not
it
wrenched
anytime.
either, Courtney.
Oh, yeah. Huh?
I'm not wrenched either.
Really?
Oh!
The unsubscribe train is just.
Not
Chugging
that you have
along.
nothing else to do. You
Well,
know.
just let me know. You're always on my panel. Why didn't you say something?
Oh, I
The
don't-
unsubscribe train is just chugging along. Man. She's-
Say something.
because
Oh, I
because I
did.
don't sit there and go, I wonder why I'm not wrenched.
Oh,
Yeah, me too.
She does. She's lying. She tells me about it.
She goes to bed. She goes to bed. She's like, Chris, you don't
She's like, I
understand.
can't believe that Courtney girl.
she lays her head on your chest at night and
Yeah.
What do I
Chris,
do?
please,
Hold
it's not
me.
naughty.
Hold
I
me.
can't believe her.
Comfort me.
I'm
Like
still
Courtney,
not
she didn't-
blue.
Still not blue.
I feel
But then,
so
hey,
left out.
But you know when you do mod her, Chris is gonna go to bed and she's gonna bust that door open. Poof! I'm blue. I'm in.
Yeah.
I can see
I'm a
that.
Smurf. I'm a Smurf.
I'm blue.
Oh Lord.
My wife was supposed to get off right now in like 5 minutes and be home in 15 minutes, and they said, "Can you stay till 10?" And she says, "Okay." And then she messaged me say, "They asked me to stay till 10, so I'm staying till 10." So now I gotta wait another 2 hours
Before you eat.
before I eat. Well, before I eat some.
Delicious
Hey,
food.
hey,
Yeah.
you know what?
Well,
You know what? Just do it like Bob does. Take a picture of some bread and water and send it to her.
don't watch my video until you eat.
Oh, don't start. Oh no.
Yeah.
She tells me to
What
stay out of
he's
the kitchen.
cooking,
I can go in there and start cooking something. I can make an egg and all that stuff if I want, but that's her kitchen. Like that's just how it is. Like I have to respect that, you know, out of the kitchen. Even when she's here, I go in there. What are you doing? Coming to see you.
We don't
I'm
have
just cooking.
people in our house.
It's like,
We-
all right.
I
Right.
used to be kicked out of the kitchen.
Yeah,
7.
she doesn't belong in there.
He's so yeah. She doesn't belong.
Unless she's barefoot.
Or making bread.
She's too old to be pregnant. So there's that.
I'm too old.
Whoa! Somebody's sleeping on the couch.
Well,
Chris is unsubscribing from Laura's channel now.
it wouldn't be me sleeping on the couch, just so you know.
Uh oh.
No, yeah, barefoot in the kitchen. She's past childbearing age. So
Thanks.
Well, I heard of this lady that was 63 that got pregnant.
yeah, no,
I heard of that too.
don't get me wrong. I'm glad she's past childbearing
Oh, so
age.
am I.
Don't need any more of those.
Nope. And I don't wish to be younger. So
Yeah, you're not very smart when you're younger usually. So
That's why they say young and dumb.
yep, and full of something.
fun.
Yep.
Not going
Young
there.
and dumb and full of fun.
That's
Good
the
recovery.
best way to put it.
And then when you get older, it's what is
Where's
it?
Bob?
It's like old and
I
wise.
sent him the link.
It's not,
Yeah.
he's not even
Bob.
in the chat.
He's oh, there he comes.
I gotta announce it. Dun,
Dun, dun, dun, dun.
Bob.
The VoIP. It takes me a little while. I'm old, okay?
Whoa.
Hi, Bob. I missed you, Bob.
Are you petting the Bob?
I'm petting Bob. He's not petting me back.
Cool.
Jerk.
Yeah.
Come on, Bob. Bob, reach forward, man. Come on. Other way. Genius.
Oh my God, the bromance is back.
I was just gonna say that.
Just a little, up to petting something else. Is that okay?
I swear,
Yeah,
Courtney, we
okay.
think. Whoa.
Okay.
You know.
Now, to help
You had to
all
go
of you
there, didn't it?
unsee what you just saw, I want you to look right here. My little fleshy thingy. Ready? Thunk.
I'm thirsty. I get some water.
Yeah.
He did
Well,
get
Bob's-
lost.
It must
I
have been
did.
good
It's
for
like,
Bob.
man, what the heck is this thing doing?
It must have been good for Bob because he's already having a smoke. So
That's right. I'm done. I'm done. It's over.
It was that fast, huh?
Yeah.
It's like rabbits.
What, is
That's what
there?
happens when
You
you get
expect
all
anything
this
else?
quick
Bob, was it like rabbits? Yeah, pink.
No, it
Yeah.
was like
Run
Otis
off.
Bigglesworth.
All the fur flying everywhere, and like a paint shaker on a lady's back. You know.
Usually
Paint shaker
it's like-
with a feathered pillow on it.
I don't know. Have you ever seen a rabbit do it?
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
They
No,
fall
but
off
he
to the
fall-
side.
They
Yeah,
preach.
There's a
but
They,
video.
always.
A couple videos on there
Always,
if you
yep.
want.
they have a stroke and then they fall off. They're like,
Yeah. Pretty
What
much.
in the world have you guys been watching?
hey, but the turtle ones are the best. My
I
favorite
grew up
ones
on
are
a
the turtle
farm.
You
ones.
guys keep it up. I'll put you in the list under the hair sniffer.
I
Oh,
don't ever want to be part of that. I don't, man. I will
Courtney,
commit
if you want
suicide.
your own personal airstrike, oh,
Sure.
I got my own satellite. I'll find the coordinates. My favorite ones are the turtle ones because they take it nice and slow, and then they go.
Yeah,
They do. They do.
The mating calls of
that's what turtles.
Wow.
They keep their mouth open and they're just like.
Is this because I arrived? I didn't do
Viper, do
anything.
you have that video, Bob? Or Bob? Chris needs to see it.
I don't have the video of Bob, but I have a video close to that.
Yeah, we don't want to see Bob.
We don't want to see Bob going.
No, you don't want to see that. No,
It's
no, no, no.
my Nigel Bigglesworth.
Yeah.
Nigel.
You were interested in domination.
I'm sharing the chat.
If that's the case, Bob has the collar for you.
Oh, is this the turtle?
All right, listen up, everyone.
Oh Lord, I'm scared.
Hey, baby. Hey, let me. What's up, man? Hey, how you doing? Oh, not bad. And let me nudge you, man. Come on, move. I need more space. Come over here.
Come on, mama.
Hey, come here. Come on,
mama.
Hey, you're unluckying me.
Quiet.
Man, he has stamina. Are you done yet? Come on, Joker, get off.
For educational purposes.
How to breed turtles 101.
Oh my God. Look at his lungs working, man. He's getting into the groove, baby. Cover me with love. Roll me in designer sheets out.
The long pause. Hey. Oh, it's dying out. It's dying out.
Bruce is saying in the side chat, that looks like a teenager, and Purple T-Bear says, and she's just laying there.
Yeah, she's just laying there. Yeah. So I'm used to that. Just lay there and sweat. You know, I'm okay. Thanks for your participation. You know.
Chris, everyone that's up here is a pooper. How do you feel? How do you feel about us?
Pooping? I do that at least daily. I try.
She said every one of these guys are a pooper.
Here's another one. Here, I'm sharing another one.
Feel about that?
Another one. I gave Viper.
How do I feel about it?
You ready for this?
Oh God, I'm scared.
Oh, don't worry. It's quick. It's over with before you blink. Boink.
Did you ever?
I have
Did you ever
videos
see
like
the
that.
one of the one of the pit bull? The pit bull. Have you ever seen that video?
Most likely.
Oh, he's hitting the lady. All of a sudden, boom, he's done, and he hops off with grace and finesse, and then vomits.
Oh yes, I've seen that. I've seen that.
There it is.
I gotta find that one.
He must have been drunk.
He had something, man. What was up with that?
I think you guys have too much time on your hands.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Hey, Courtney, there's a channel up here in Idaho that they were in Oregon, and they moved up to northern Idaho called Good Simple Living.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
And
watched.
she raises the rabbits and stuff. Oh, she had some videos of that too.
I
I'm
have,
They're done.
sharing-
I have
Here it
my
is, Bob.
There it is.
Sorry, copyright. Gotta mute it. Yeah,
Once again,
yeah. Take that.
This is for educational purposes only.
This is how it's done. Let me show you something. Okay, I'm getting tired. At least it doesn't eat it. Like I've seen dogs throw up and eat it. Like, oh, let me eat that back. That's kibble. Animals are amazing.
King Poobah, this is how our chats normally go. I don't know why you're so confused. There's something wrong with us for sure.
A high school keg party. It was around 1980, and we're playing quarters out in the driveway. You know what quarters is? You throw a quarter, it lands in the cup. You got to drink.
Cup, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, oh boy, I hit my limit, and I stagger back to my buddy's house to go lay on his couch, and I run right out through the sliding glass door, lean over, and his dog came over and started eating it.
Oh,
I was throwing up. I was like,
Oh.
and I went again. I was gross.
That's disgusting.
that is.
It is, man. It just grossed me out.
Like, I've
man.
seen dogs where they I've been working with dogs for so long that I've seen dogs eat so fast.
Yeah.
They're so like crazy in their heads. Like
Mhm.
you don't just you got normal dogs that eat some eat quick, but some just they just eat so fast that they throw up. Like a minute later, they're like,
The stomach can't take it.
yeah, and they throw it up, So then it comes all out. It's like this watery brown, because the kibble. But then you see all the kibble, so it's not like throw up. It's like just watered down kibble.
Yep.
And then they sniff it and they start eating it again. I'm like, dude. Except they eat it again slower. That's the better part.
They learned their lesson.
Yeah. Oh my god. Moment of silence.
Wonder what Mrs. will do if I start going.
Oh my god, Bob. I want some water.
Wait, we got to become conservative. Laura's very conservative, and she might hear something that will disturb her. I like how the turtle starts running his head into the flower.
Hey, rams are like, get out of here! I need space. Move.
Move.
Yeah, turtles are funny.
Yeah, they are.
Though, I think I've told this story before, but I had hamsters years ago. I will never have hamsters again.
They stink, dude.
No, you know what? I was in the store, like Spencer's, but way bigger, and they had these animals. They had hamsters and lizards and stuff, little reptiles, and then they sold all kinds of goofy stuff too, lava lamps and all that.
Spencer's is like
that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so we were there, and I was telling my mom and dad, I was like, "Hey, I want a pet snake." Well, I'm glad they said no, because I didn't know I had to feed them like live mice or dead mice or that kind of stuff. So I'm like, well, okay. When they told me that, I was like, okay, well, can I get a lizard? I'm thinking I could get a lizard. They eat bugs and worms. That's fine. They're like, no, that's almost like a snake. Then how about a hamster? I'm like, okay, all right, let's get a hamster. I wanted 2 females. My dad said, oh, let's get a male and a female, and then they could have babies. It would be so fun and cute. We didn't know anything about hamsters, so we got a male and a female. They were super cute. We had them for 3 days, and I kid you not, a week later, we had 20 hamsters running around the little aquarium we had them in. We had them in a glass tank, and they had 20 hamsters in this little foxhole is what I call it. It's like a little, 20 of them in there. And the mother was eating some of them, and then the rest survived. And then they lasted a week before they had another 12. And I'm like, good God, I'm done. I had hamsters for a month, and that was it. I put them on the penny saver, and I said, for free, take them. Here's the tank. Take everything. The guy felt so bad. He gave me $20 for the tank. I was like, just take them all. I'm done. I don't care if you feed them to a snake. Just take it. I'm over it. One night they got out of the tank because we didn't cover it with a normal fish tank cover. We had like a rag, like a bed sheet over it. Well, I guess the bed sheets got low or loose enough to where they could grab it, and they all climbed out. We went out to dinner. Yeah, we went out to dinner. We didn't know what happened. We went out to dinner. We come back home, and we see a little rat. We're like, oh my God, there's a rat in the apartment. We didn't realize it was our hamster. And then another one, and then we look, and they all got out. We had to till like 1 o'clock in the morning. We literally like detailed the whole apartment. We were looking for all the hamsters behind the fridge, behind the oven, behind the the countertops, in the closets. My mom was sleeping. She was like, I can hear something like in the closet. And there's something biting at the door. And so we opened the closet door, and sure enough, it had snuck in through a little gap in the door, and there was another hamster in the closet.
Oh Lord.
Never again. Never again. Never. Nope. You can't pay me to have.
You're lucky you didn't get a male and female that were loose and you never found, because all of a sudden you have a whole bunch more running around the apartment.
Good Lord, right? I would not just nonstop hamsters. Oh, that was a nightmare. I'll never have. They're cute.
The worst pet I have ever seen is a ferret. My sister had a ferret.
I always wanted one of those.
Don't, dude. Just don't do it. I mean, she had one of those things in a rabbit cage, and they're pretty much nocturnal. Now you can imagine what kind of a racket when that thing is trying to chew through the rabbit cage all night, and it could even get out. It could chew and pull. They're hyperactive, man. They're destructive. Oh.
Good.
I remember one night I had to sleep in a room with the ferret, and it was all night ripping and tearing at this cage trying to get out, and it did, and it went right into the bed with me and started chewing on my toes. So, oh man!
Can you imagine Bob's laying there? I can't do it because I'm out of the bed sheets. But like, I'll give you an example. Here, I'll use this.
No, it was
Bob's in his bed, right? Okay, imagine this. He's in his bed.
Mhm.
You see how he has like the shape of his legs, right, with the bed sheets, and then the mist is coming. All you see is this thing going. Hey baby, how you doing?
I knew I was in trouble because when the chewing and the ripping at the steel cage ceased, that thing was under the blankets in the bed with me like that. I mean,
I know they're
was
fast, but I didn't know they would
man.
eat themselves out of a cage like that.
He did, yeah.
Wow.
Well, my sister, my daughter, when she was got married, got a ferret, and she was still at BYU, Idaho, and that thing was nothing like that. He would stay in his cage, and because she was always picking it up, carrying him around, he'd crawl up on her neck, and walk around the apartment with her the entire time. She'd put him away when she would go to class and stuff, and they had no problems with him.
The one that my sister had was out of control. I mean, just
Probably on coffee.
something would happen.
Catnip.
Something happened to it. But well, guys, I'm gonna bounce. Good to see you again, Viper. I hope you
Bounce
bounce. You got your
I hate
tea
to
all
say
fixed
it,
up.
guys, but I have to go too.
All right.
So,
Me too.
I'm gonna go
All right,
get some
later.
food. I'm getting hungry and thirsty. Bye, Bob.
hey, Chris, thank you for
Yeah.
inviting me on and everything. Appreciate it.
I appreciate your secretarial duties.
Yeah, if you guys need anything, I'm gonna have Bruce do a little cybersecurity thing, members only kind of thing, like off the side, off on my channel or whatever. So hopefully that night we can learn a little bit about the tips and tricks of YouTube too.
Yeah.
I mean, I know quite a bit because I've been doing this, but some new people don't know how to set up like the subscribers only, the 60-second thing when they come in, and and that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
we're
Right.
hopefully he can kind of teach us some of that too.
Yeah, that'd be useful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the 20-minute is a good idea before you start it, and that way, if he comes in, he joins trying to do stuff, he has to wait 20 minutes. So he's watching with all 11 channels. So that gives you almost 4 hours of watch time of him going, waiting to be able to say something bad. And you change it to an hour. Then he's got to sit around for another 40 minutes.
Right. Nice. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I mean, since there's people that have nothing better to do than
Yeah, it's so annoying though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
you hear Ice Cube reportedly declines $9 million movie role because of jab request?
Yeah, I saw that. I'm impressed. I mean, there's a lot of people that are actually kind of starting to stand up and realize it,
Yeah.
for what
Out
it is.
here they're shutting down all the In-N-Outs out here.
Yeah, I saw that.
My hometown, it just says F it. They do whatever they like, and just around here in general, everybody does whatever the heck they want. They don't wear masks. They don't care. They just had trick or treat. No, not one person was wearing a mask.
Yeah.
Other than costume masks.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, they were wearing a
Hi,
mask.
guys.
They were
Have a
wearing
good
a
night.
mask.
Bye,
All right,
Yosi.
yeah, I got to get my number. I got to get my numbers recorded for the Red Dragon, so I got to get into the databases. It'll take me about an hour to do that. So I'm going to slip out of here too.
Yep, we got to go too. So it's good talking to
Alrighty.
all you guys.
All
Bye,
right,
guys.
have fun.
Bye,
All right,
OC.
you too. See you, OC.
Bye.
See you, Viper. What's your name? Your first name?
I'm not saying that live.
Oh.
Just call me Viper.
Okay. All right, cool. Well,
All
you
right,
take-
man. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
All right, thanks. We'll talk to you
All
later.
right. Bye.
Bye.